Welcome, everybody, to the Ring Generals podcast. My name is Nick Nenad. Alongside me is Eric.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
And, of course, the RKJ Man.
Let's talk that talk, y'all.
Sorry about that, Eric. I am doing well. I didn't answer your question because I had a set opening for the show. I wasn't expecting you to ask a question. If we do sound a little bit different today, I don't think we do, but if we do, it's because we're in actually a new studio, a nicer studio, right at the KSBR studios.
Yeah, we gotta take
College.
a picture of this.
Yeah, we'll
Definitely,
take a picture.
man.
We'll post it on social media. But so if we don't sound a little different, that's why. We should sound better. If we sound worse, then we definitely made a mistake. But,
No worries, man. I think definitely with this new system and this whole new board and this whole new setup, we definitely have a lot more space, and we are underway. That's for sure.
There you go. Well, on the show today, we're going to be talking Enzo Amore's music video. He came out of nowhere. His rape allegations have been, or his rape charges have been dropped because the girl lied, apparently. And we'll also do a little bit of Total Bella's recap. I know Ryan's really excited about that. Or excuse me, the RKJ Man's really excited about that one.
Man, you just keep on messing up with my name. Good Lord.
I'm sorry, man. I know you as one name in real life, and then I got to say a different name when we start the show.
Well, you got to know me by the name we do inside here.
My bad. I know. We're getting everything started. This new studio, I screwed up, right? I just drank my coffee, so it's whatever. But
there's multiple Ryan rants this week, by the way.
There is a lot. Yeah, Ryan does have a lot to talk about.
I can't wait.
There's a lot of subject material I can go with, and I'm hungry too, so that always makes for the best Ryan rants.
Some of these will be involving me as well, so I can't wait to rebut whatever he says.
Oh, yeah.
We will also be talking, of
Nick
course.
was acting like a beta male this week because I spoiled SmackDown.
So now I'm John Cena.
He was all upset.
Hey, you spoiled it for me too, dude. Okay, I saw that.
Dude, Ryan decided. Let's just start with this, okay? We're going to talk about actual WWE product a little later, which is probably the point of the podcast, right? We want to get started with this though.
First of all, I want to say,
no, hold on. No, you're not going to get your word in first. Me and Eric are going to get our say in first in this matter.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes, we are. So
I'm the moderator. I'm the host. I get my word in first.
Ryan had a friend that went to SmackDown Live, which was in Raleigh.
Shout out to my homie Alfred.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Absolutely.
Front row.
Yeah, good seats too.
Great seats.
So Ryan originally is the RKJ Man is of course originally from North Carolina.
Yeah.
So there's some roots there. But the RKJ Man decided to send us some photos of SmackDown while it was going on before we got to watch it. So Samoa Joe on top of a ladder with the Money in the Bank briefcase, which gave away what happened in the main event.
Yeah.
It gave away nothing.
Well, it gave away who won
the opening
main event.
segment. He came out in the opening segment and got on the ladder with the briefcase, which everybody does in the opening segment when it's Money in the Bank time. Everybody does a promo on a ladder. It's like a mandatory thing in the
every
script.
single time it's ever happened, Eric. You hear that? Every single time?
Pretty much.
Every single time.
2
Every
years ago,
single
they had a
time.
debate on ladders. They start off Raw on ladders, debating each other about why they're going to win Money in the Bank and what they're going to do with it. So I don't know why you guys are getting frustrated and upset. That gave away nothing because later on in the night, it was a triple threat match between Big Cass, Samoa Joe, and Daniel Bryan.
Which should have been Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan taking place, in the first.
Nah. That's WrestleMania, homie.
Hey, man, I mean.
That's WrestleMania.
Or SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I got to say, maybe it could be a SummerSlam main event, if you ask me.
I think The Miz versus Daniel Bryan is what you want going into SummerSlam. And then I think for WrestleMania, you want Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble. You want Daniel Bryan either facing Samoa Joe or AJ Styles, or both of them in a triple threat matchup for the WWE Championship next year in New York. Because I think Daniel Bryan is being set up to win the Royal Rumble. I just see it right now with his trajectory, how he's constantly losing these big time matches. It's going to happen. That's the sound of Nick drinking some coffee, which we're not supposed to have.
There was no sound. I turned away from the mic. You gave it away.
I heard a slurp.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Anyway, it's a situation where
inside stuff right there, man.
Nick was all upset. He was acting like a beta male, getting all pissy. Oh, seriously, man, you should have not spoiled it. And I was just like laughing. I was just like, it didn't spoil anything.
Okay. For example, and Eric, you can vouch for this too. If someone hadn't seen the new Infinity War Avengers movie, right, which a lot of people saw, and then you decided to take screenshots in the movie theater of certain scenes of the movie, people would get mad.
Well, if
right?
I were you, I would block me instantly
So
before I went into the movie, because I had told you guys, hey, I'm going to be sending you guys pictures.
No, you did not say
yes,
that.
I said it.
You
I
just
said my
started sending
Well,
pictures.
Yes, I did. I'm going to pull up
Eric,
the text message right now.
What do you do? Help me out here.
Okay, man. Look, you were sending like pictures out, like of course, of Samoa Joe, reaching out for the briefcase and the Money in the Bank. But then I thought to myself, okay, man, there's no need for me to watch SmackDown since I already saw the pictures that you sent me, Ryan. So I was like, oh boy, okay, so never mind.
Okay, so my friend from North Carolina, Alfred, is going to WWE SmackDown in Raleigh tonight. I'm reading the text message. He's going to talk to me about the show later on. Okay, so I sent you guys.
Where in there does it say that you were going to send photos?
Well, your comment should have picked up.
Oh,
your comment should have tingled and been like, "Oh shoot, he's probably going to send me a photo."
This is getting interesting, guys.
Let me say, hey Ryan, don't send me any pictures until we watch SmackDown.
Why do we have to say that? Why can't you just not give away the show?
Because I got it in real time. He lives in North Carolina. It's in real time. I'm at my job. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just going in the office and sending you guys text messages.
That's the same thing as like if I was in the movie theater sending
don't
people.
care.
He
I don't
doesn't care. See,
Why?
Eric,
Why don't you watch
I wish I
the
could
show?
see Eric. This computer's in my way. I can't see Eric's face.
You
I
can
know
always
he's
move
laughing.
it. You can move it, dude.
I'm moving this computer.
Yeah, I
there
can
you go.
see.
There
Oh,
he
there
is.
you go.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
love
It didn't show
See,
anything.
communication
Eric,
right here.
Can I take this screen and move it in front of me and Ryan so I can just look at
Right.
Eric?
Oh, no.
Okay. I can see both of you clearly. Okay, so
See,
everything's
in
good.
the old
It's a pretty face. I don't know why nobody
Mm-hmm.
would want to look at this face.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I have the sexiest face. In
Grow
this
some
group.
facial hair, Ryan. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly.
I have a
look
little
at his
facial hair.
Look at his nicely trimmed beard over there.
I have
I try
a
to
little.
keep it good.
Yeah, your beard's getting a little. It's going a little weird.
Yeah, it
I
is.
have
going weird, a little
facial
weird on the
hair.
right.
I have a little facial hair, so I don't know why you. What you
See,
guys
you know what else Ryan does that's annoying, other than sending us giveaways of shows, is he'll get a haircut like every 2 weeks because he thinks his hair
We did
is too
mention
long.
that. We did
He's
mention that
practically bald. How
earlier.
short his hair is, and
I
he thinks
mean-
it's too long.
You gotta look good out here.
Yeah, it's,
Clean, man.
I'm a black man in America. It's my
he
responsibility.
still thinks he's
to
in the
look good.
South. It's a different hair look.
Keep it black.
Doesn't matter.
Keep it black. All right, that's one, Eric. That's one.
one. That's one.
He's got one. That's only one. You got two more.
Hey, new studio doesn't change the rules,
New
man.
studio, don't change it.
That is true.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
How
But
many
so,
smoking crack with Jeff Hardy's can we pull?
It's unlimited.
what? That's one. That's one. You just said it right there.
No,
I don't think
it's
we.
Eric.
Oh, him?
It's Eric.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When
Can
I
we
was-
even
What
say
about
that
shoot my
out loud
shot?
in the
Can I
studio?
say shoot my shot? How
You
many
can say
times?
shoot your shot.
You can shoot. Yeah, you can say that.
Oh yeah, I love saying
That's
What
shoot
your-
my
can't
shot.
What can't I say? Because I seem to.
You can't say the N word.
I can't say. Okay. Well, dang it! I was gonna say it
You
3
can't
times.
be like that fan who Kendrick Lamar brought up who said the N word. I mean, even though that was kind of Kendrick Lamar's fault, you know, it's in
Right.
Alabama.
It was Kendrick Lamar's fault.
I mean, you're in
You bring a fan
Alabama.
on and you like
That's his
sing
own
my
thing.
song, and then you can't.
In Alabama.
Yeah, exactly.
In Alabama.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, let me just say this again.
From the South.
Because I know Alfred's probably listening. Alfred, in Alabama. Like, you don't think they're not going to say that?
I have personally not been to Alabama.
You
so
don't wanna go to
I don't
Alabama.
Get the reference as much, but I can. I'm sure.
Oh, no, they'll love you in Alabama.
sure.
They just hate me and they just hate me and Eric in Alabama.
Oh yeah. I'm unwanted over there, man.
Oh, no, I'm unwanted in Alabama. All right, getting back to the point here.
Yeah, getting back.
What was the point? I didn't
The
even
point
know.
was I messed
spoilers-
up.
the spoilers
I spoiled you
for
guys.
SmackDown.
Yeah. The thing is, I think the listener will believe Eric and I. I mean, Ryan already said he didn't care. He kind of admitted that he did it and didn't care.
I mean, I'm just assuming. I don't know what you guys are doing. I mean, I don't know
not
what.
wanting to know what happens on the show
The
before we
fact
see
of
it.
it was cool. My friend was at SmackDown,
You could have
and
said it to us the next day.
and on top of that, he texted me some interesting things about the show from SmackDown. Let me read it to you. Hold on.
It's not going to matter. You still shouldn't send photos. I want to do
I don't
this
care.
though, just to get
Hold
my
on.
just to keep my case right here. Okay, let me find the text.
Okay, hurry up and say your case so I can
let me
text
find
them.
the text.
Stay your case, man.
Let me find the text. I can't find the text. It's
Yeah,
annoying.
you can't find the text because you probably deleted it.
No,
All
I
right,
didn't.
so
there's Pornhub in our text. I swear, it's
Let's
not.
subscribe to
It's
it.
in there.
okay.
Okay, so let me read my text on May 21st, which
Oh,
was
Lord Jesus.
last week. Okay, so I
Oh,
go.
you started it first
We're
then.
talking about Raw, right? We're talking about Raw,
Right.
and I say, hey, the first hour of Raw is dope. First time watching at 5 o'clock because I just got DirecTV, so now on the Pacific time zone, I can watch it at 5 o'clock. Paused right now, so don't say anything, but the first part is great. Not giving away too much. Ryan tends to not enjoy Raw as much, so I wanted to tell him.
I don't enjoy Raw because I get home usually at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning from work, and I'm just fast forwarding through Raw really
Exactly.
fast to watch it so I can get to sleep.
But
'cause
which
I'm
is
eating.
why I said you might want to watch the first hour.
So I
because
only
it's pretty
watched
good.
legitimately about 30 minutes of Raw, pretty much.
Okay, not the point. And then Ryan texts me right after I text him all that stuff. Do not spoil anything in all capital letters. Then what? A week later, he spoils SmackDown
Okay,
for
so
us. Oh
did
my
you
God.
not? Did you? Communication is
By the
everything.
way, when we talk about this and I do the editing, I'm gonna put these text messages on the thing.
Did we not?
Without all the porn
That's some
references and stuff like
Did
that.
we not? Did we not say that communication's everything? I clearly stated to you, do not spoil anything. So I would think that your mom would say, "Oh shoot, Ryan's friends at SmackDown Live in Raleigh, North Carolina right now. He's in SmackDown Live in Raleigh. Why not tell Ryan, hey, look, I know he's at SmackDown Live. I know you're going to probably want to see pictures and whatnot. Don't send us anything until I've watched the show or until the podcast.
The only thing I'm probably going to ask you, man, is maybe like show the pictures like the next day after we watch SmackDown because I know that I have like a friend of mine.
See, but the problem is Nick says he wants to wait until watch SmackDown with his brother, so I don't know when he watches SmackDown.
So then don't send the pictures.
No.
Yes.
I want to send the pictures.
I got a busy life.
You don't have that busy of a life. Your life ain't busier than me, bro. I promise you. Your life ain't as hectic right now as mine is.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. That's pretty blasphemous, but I just said right there.
All right, let me tell you what my friend Alfred said, and then we could talk a little bit about whatever we're going to talk about, Enzo or Nia
Well, I think
Jax.
you lost the arguments. There's no point in
No, we're
saying
not.
your case.
No, I didn't. All right. Actually, tell us if we lost the argument.
This is getting interesting.
Comment on
Yes,
our
please.
YouTube or our SoundCloud or on our social media. Said who wins, Ryan, or excuse me, who wins, the RKJ Man or Nick?
He just screwed up his own name. See? Okay, so I can. Okay, it's okay. I can do that.
Okay, so here's what my friend said. He said Jeff Hardy faced Shelton Benjamin in a dark match before SmackDown Live and got a huge pop. Both Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan did as well. I expected that. Especially since Samoa Joe is the cool heel. Actually, I would qualify him as a tweener, to be honest with you.
A tweener?
He's right in the middle. Because he was even going at it with Big Cass. He has no problems going at it with anybody. He's just a badass, in my opinion. So we have the New Day, the Bar, the Miz, the Usos, Naomi, Lana, and Rusev got good pops. And that's because of Aiden English with Lana and Rusev.
Well, regardless, Rusev is going to get some good pops. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Rusev Day,
but Lana has been getting pops because of Aiden English. Their whole act
She's
is
also
over
really hot, too.
because
That's
of
probably why.
the really hot theory always works. Right?
No, it does. I swear.
But
even for Carmella.
But think about it.
That's for
Think
sure.
about how creative Aiden English is doing. What is it? Lana is the best.
Yeah.
Lana's number one. Lana is the best. Lana's number one.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know why Lana was complaining about how Aiden English was holding back Rusev.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Where's the argument with that?
Well, that was done by
and now they're propping her career up because she definitely did not
helping her
deserve
out
to be in
now.
the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, she
ladder
didn't.
match.
Over Billie Kay? Absolutely not. I just wanted to see Billie Kay in it
I
just so
just
I
wanted
could
to see Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Yeah, I mean, I was cheering for Liv Morgan in that Raw match just because I wanted to see
Oh,
her in
yeah,
it,
yeah. All
The
hot
same-
chicks in the Money in the Bank.
That's
You
all I
cheering
cared
for
about.
Charlie Caruso. Oh, my God. Did
No,
you see
I
what she put out on her
literally-
social media?
Ryan, I
Yeah.
literally actually did that though.
Where,
I was like, can we get Charlie in the match still?
did you see what she put on her social media?
I don't
What'd she
follow
put,
her on
man?
social media.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Whew. Oh, my God.
I'm gonna pull it up right
That
now.
ass
lot.
had me like,
Here, guys,
wow.
give me 5 minutes.
There you
Oh my
go.
God.
There you go
Okay.
for it.
Okay.
A lot better than Carmella?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
This conversation just got very
And you know
me
I
too.
love and then speaking of Me Too, hi Enzo. Okay, so and then
Hey,
hold on.
Yeah, we're gonna get to you in a second. Just
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
hold on. And then he said people were hoping to see AJ Styles, but he got a huge pop during his backstage segment. Loves Shinsuke, but it felt like the crowd had to warm up to him a little bit, but they finally did. I would think that's because Shinsuke is more cooler for the West Coast, and in the East Coast, people don't really understand his act. The West Coast people understand it and get it, but in the South is still backwards. So people wouldn't get it in North Carolina over here in California.
Okay.
We'll see, because I want to go to SmackDown Live next month. A lot of people left before during 205 Live. Not a surprise there, but people really got behind Cedric Alexander, as they should.
Well,
He's from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, 205 will always be like at the beginning of SmackDown, right?
No, it's at the end. It's
the
after
end?
they tape the show.
Well,
they
that's-
tape the main event matches, and then they do SmackDown Live, and then they do 205 Live, and then they have a dark match.
Okay.
So it's basically the same time as Raw. It just doesn't feel as bad because Raw is 3 hours as a show. Then you have a dark match, which is why at the very end of Raw, I was dead. Like, I couldn't
Yeah,
do it.
it was tough. I mean,
was-
that
Yeah.
last match was good or whatever, but
Oh, yeah.
it was
But
tough.
we
we're
didn't
talking about when we were there.
We were taking a picture. Let's see. He probably. Oh, the match is great too. He probably got the biggest pop of the night by the end. Charlotte lost to Carmella in a dark match after 205 Live, but got a lot of love as well.
There you go.
I don't know why Carmella is being put over Charlotte. I mean, I know why. I know, in my opinion, the RKJ Man's opinion, why Charlotte is going on this mini losing streak. That's why I know. That's what I think. I know why.
She's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna win the Money in the Bank either.
She's not winning
Then
Money
who
in
do
the
you
Bank.
like? In your opinion, guys, like who do you think like should be like a better candidate winning the Money in the Bank?
Should we do this now or should we do this next
I think we should do this later because I still
do
need
this
some
later.
time to think about
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, because
I really do. I think Becky Lynch, but
I don't even know who's in the. I need to still do research on who's in the
I
match.
think it's
because-
Becky Lynch. It's Charlotte.
I have a theory for the men.
it's-
I have a theory for the men, but not necessarily the women's one
Because
yet.
they already completed the participants in the Money
Sasha
in the
Banks
Bank.
won in the gauntlet match. Did you
Yeah.
guys enjoy that gauntlet match this week?
Not really. I didn't
it
think it
was-
was that good of a match.
Yeah, I skipped through most of it.
It's because they were pressed for time, and you can't be pressed for time with a gauntlet match.
They should have started
It's-
off at the
then it
beginning
looks
of the
fake.
show.
It looks
They
fake.
should
Like yeah.
They should have did it at the beginning of the show like they did with the men's money. The men's gauntlet match was fantastic. I would have had Sasha Banks do a Seth Rollins, but unlike Seth Rollins where he lost the match,
Right.
I would have had her win it. I would have had her go an hour and 30 minutes in the gauntlet match, and that proves her ability to be able to sustain herself throughout that time, thus going into the Money in the Bank ladder match as the odds-on favorite. I would have had that. That's how I would have booked it.
Yeah, my only problem with that is that it would have been this very similar booking to the men's, and like it would have been kind of see-through. Like we would have known what was going to happen at the beginning.
Right.
And it would have been a little bit satisfying because we would have had Sasha win like she did. But I just think that would have been like, oh, they're just making her Seth Rollins, and then she's Seth Rollins, not Sasha Banks.
I actually thought that Bailey was going to win it, but I know that what they're trying to do with Sasha Banks, so definitely I can see that happening. But
Yeah.
I don't see like Bailey like anytime soon improving.
Bailey's not over either.
Yeah, it's not really there.
Yeah, Bailey's lost it.
Well, because she sucks on the mic.
Well,
Yeah,
that
she's
and-
terrible.
No, her
She-
booking has sucked.
No, but she's
They
also
screwed her
terrible on
booking
the
up,
mic,
bro.
She's
Come on, you
terrible on
let
the
that
mic.
girl. You let that girl lose in her hometown to Alexa Bliss.
Alexa
As the
Bliss is
champion?
Alexa Bliss is a better WWE superstar than her. She is. She's better on the mic. I personally think she's better in the ring.
That's
too.
a lie. That's ridiculous.
No, it's better in the
although
ring.
that Bailey botch
botches
against
all the time.
that
She botches all the time.
Okay, well, I
Alexa
mean,
Bliss never botches, so that's a better wrestler.
well, Alexa Bliss tries all safe moves because she can't go out there and wrestle a 20-minute high quality matchup. She can't.
She has before. She put on a great
Against
performance
who?
in the elimination
You tell
chamber.
me. Okay, well, she was in the pod most of the time, and then she did a flippy move, a gymnastic move where she flipped off and destroyed Bailey and Sasha Banks on the floor. I mean, come on.
Can Bailey even do that? No.
Bailey can't do that, but I mean, but that works for Alexa Bliss' character. Everybody has different movesets for their character. I just think Alexa Bliss's actual in-ring ability, it sucks. I don't think it's good.
It
I think
doesn't suck.
she's the Carmella of the Raw brand.
That's not true.
She
That's
is the
not true.
Carmella of the
Eric,
Raw brand. Come on,
Eric, help me.
Carmella the Raw brand, right?
because
Well,
Carmella can't
Carmella's
wrestle.
terrible.
Carmella's awful.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely true. She's got
We all
looks.
can agree on
She's
that
got
one,
she's
yeah.
got looks.
She's got a
but-
great look.
Yes.
She looks really hot.
But
Good
promo-
line. Looks great with that
promo-wise, yeah.
championship. Does great on her social media with her character.
Yeah,
Duh.
definitely.
You know, you don't know if you're actually looking at Carmella the character or Carmella the person. And that's fantastic. But when he gets to the actual in-ring part of her moveset, good Lord. Rumor has it that that's the reason why they're not putting her in matches, or they're putting her up against people like Asuka, and so that Asuka can lead her through a matchup that's semi-plausible, semi-decent. So what are we sitting over here saying?
Well-
Like why are we constantly getting treated to this? Like, I thought the women's revolution was not about just looks. We were looking at it as about
They're still
wrestling
doing
too.
looks, man.
Looks
It's
is
always
great
been
too,
about looks.
and I'm not saying looks aren't
because
important.
it sells.
It sells,
Yeah.
but you also want a woman who can wrestle and looks
Right.
good. Asuka can wrestle, looks good. Period. Charlotte can wrestle, looks attractive. Becky Lynch, super hot, can wrestle.
Alexa Bliss.
We see where
Super hot, can't wrestle.
She can wrestle. I don't know what you're talking about.
She can't.
She's not as
What
bad.
about
She's not
Bayley?
even close
Yeah.
to Carmella's terribleness in the ring. Alexa Bliss.
That's a great word.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Nick.
Oh, it took me a couple seconds to think of that in my
I
head.
think-
No, I'm not smart.
Grammarly.
I think what
I almost said something really dumb.
I think
right
with
before that,
Carmella.
though.
I think with Carmella.
Yeah, that guy walked
I
through.
almost said
Look.
badness.
Look, I think what Carmella needs is, I think what she needs more is like a manager, maybe somebody to manage, like a guy like James Ellsworth.
You can't. No, she doesn't need a manager.
They
because
got
she can
rid
talk
of
to the
him.
mic.
I know, but maybe somebody else. Like
Well,
maybe
it would help her because you'd have a person cheating for her, which which makes you not have to be as good in the ring. Like the Miz is better now, but back in the day, the Miz used to need a lot of help because he wasn't that good of a performer.
Well, he was still new. That's why.
But the Miz. Yeah, the Miz.
Well, no, he's just a reality star that turned into a wrestler. He wasn't originally a wrestler like, say, a CM Punk or a Finn Balor or,
and
you
these
know
mics pick
like,
up everything. I just sided.
It picks up everything, man.
Good
It's
Lord.
sensitive, that's for sure.
Woo.
Yeah. This isn't like the other rooms that we were in, definitely. But picks up everything.
A lot more space. I can actually stretch out here.
Yeah,
I know.
you can.
And if you want to, you could move over to that side of the thing, too.
And
If we got too close.
Yo, we got a TV here.
Hey,
you
we
know?
got Braille, too. Did you
Yeah.
see this? If any of us become deaf,
Yeah.
we can use the Braille.
I thought it was if you became blind.
Blind, my bad.
Blind.
My-
We got.
Yeah, how
Same-
ironic.
same
He's
thing.
blind. He
Same
can't even
thing.
see Braille.
No.
I
He
don't
can't
even.
even understand that Braille's right here in front of his face.
I don't even know if the TV. I don't even know if the TV works around here. I think it does. I think the TV does work.
That TV might work up there.
Yeah,
It might.
We could put some crazy stuff on that TV.
that's for sure.
Yeah, and then they'll kick us out of
And
here.
the head of the radio station will just kick us the hell out.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna
Shout
talk
out to Jim.
you.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Jim for letting us in the studio.
Thank you for letting
Yeah.
us.
He can't hear us, but
Thank you for
shout
letting
out
it
to him.
happen.
And he won't listen to the show either.
Always
right.
listen to your podcast. He says that he's like,
Well, that's because he could hear it's in the next room.
Yeah, that's
so he's
true.
forced to listen to my other podcast. So
So-
it's great, but he said he liked it, so it was good.
yeah.
So are we gonna talk about Enzo Amore now?
Well,
Yeah.
let's do a little bit of break. Let's do Nick's random non-wrestling segment of the
All right.
day.
Ooh,
Here.
let's talk Drake and Pusha T.
You know what's funny? I wanted to talk about that. I didn't know if Eric knew as much about that. Though.
I heard about it until
Yeah.
Ryan told me about it.
So I haven't
Yeah.
listened to the songs though. I mean, I heard the story.
Okay,
of
so that's what, but we won't talk about it. So maybe we talk about that next time. But
No.
I wanted to do.
Come on, I heard what he said. I heard he said that Drake. He accused Drake of having a child and being a deadbeat dad
but you
with
gotta
a
be able to hear
stripper.
the song. I've heard all the songs.
Is
though.
it good?
Pusha T's song is very good. It's brutal.
I gotta
Dude,
listen to it.
Let me ask you a
brutal.
question.
Let's just do this. Whatever. Yeah,
Did
we'll talk about
Pusha
this.
T win the feud? Has he won the feud?
I think, yeah, absolutely. Drake's gonna come out with something else, but I mean, anytime you call
he
out,
might come out
Yeah.
with something else by the time
Well,
we
kinda like what
listen
Meek
to
Mill
this
did to him.
podcast.
Drake's always been like this kind of like this good dude. He's always looked like a good dude, at least in my mind. Whereas a lot of other rappers would get in trouble with the law all the time and stuff like that.
No.
So they
Like
kinda
Meek-
look
like Meek
bad
Mill?
guys.
No.
Well, no. Meek Mill, I don't think is necessarily a bad dude, but I mean, when you're like getting caught with drugs all the time, or you're like assaulting people and stuff, you're not gonna like Drake doesn't get any of those. You know, I
Right.
remember there was one fight with Chris Brown at a bar or at a club once.
Didn't Drake get beat up?
Well,
Allegedly.
but getting beat up is different.
I don't think. Yeah, that's
Actually
one
insinuating
thing.
the
It's not
fight.
like they
But
kicked your ass, you know.
Nonetheless, Drake being told, or us finding out that Drake is a deadbeat dad, and essentially knocked up a
Allegedly
stripper.
finding out he's a deadbeat dad.
Essentially-
Nothing has come out
Well,
yet.
why would he say that though? Why would you just lie and make it? It was hard, dude. The lyrics are hard.
Oh yeah.
Like it's brutal. Like when I was listening to it, I started laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Is this the
He
story?
said-
This is a
Story
story
of a Dance. The Pusha T one that came out like a
with the
couple days ago.
blackface. And then also Drake came out today and said there was nothing racist with him having the blackface in the diss track to Pusha T. It was all about him
Well, Drake's black too, anyways. That doesn't
representing.
make any sense.
He's light skinned.
He's still black.
Yeah, he's still,
Still,
black.
man.
Steph Curry's still black. Klay Thompson, getting close to being white.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Klay Thompson close to being white, especially getting 3 fouls in Game 7 real quick in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So you're turning white at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. We just need him to get dunked on by either LeBron James or Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all.
Michael Jordan ain't happening. What are you talking about?
Nah,
Michael Jordan
LeBron,
still-
yeah.
Michael
Jordan's
still
like
dunk,
75
man.
Jordan,
years
no,
old
I
now.
can't see it.
But no, nonetheless. So it's a good feud. I think Pusha T is going to win it. But Eric, what's
And
your
has
thoughts
this
on it?
revitalized Pusha T's career?
Absolutely. And I've
Yeah.
been hearing his album's going to be really good when it comes out.
Everybody
too.
wants to listen to his album.
Yeah.
They want to listen to Pusha T. I wasn't looking for Pusha T
Pusha
like
T.
that.
The last time I saw Pusha T was in that was it Adidas commercial?
Yeah,
Adidas commercial
it's gotta
talking
be
about
like
DeAndre
yeah.
Hopkins.
I haven't listened to Pusha T since like Don't Like with Kanye West.
That's a long time ago.
That's a
That's
long
a while,
time.
man.
I didn't even like when you first said "Don't Like." I had to think for a second. To think
Yeah,
about a song.
Pusha Don't Like with Kanye West, and then there was another song that he was on Lil Wayne's album. I feel like, or was that somebody else? I feel like that was somebody
That might
else.
have been Drake. No,
No, I'm talking about
I was way back in the day.
the Carter 3, one with him, and he's got the tattoos, and he's a kid, and he has the little.
To be honest, there's so many rappers nowadays. A lot of times I mix up people
Yeah.
like maybe Pusha T and like other guys. Like I don't know. They kind of have the same voice.
It was in a Lil Wayne song when he dissed Jay-Z and his wife, Beyonce.
So Pusha T just out here dissing everybody.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Pusha T. I think it was
he's
somebody
always
else.
He's just trying to be relevant,
punching
man.
up all the time,
Yeah.
just punching up.
Well, he's with.
It's like Carmella beating Charlotte.
He's on Kanye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Lord. This ridiculous.
Clean too, clean.
Clean.
Yeah, clean.
That
twice.
doesn't make.
And apparently it happened twice because he did it on the SmackDown after. Nobody saw it.
Yeah.
So you got the scoop here. You got the scoop. This is the only place you're going to hear that Charlotte lost to Carmella twice clean.
If I was
Other
Carmella,
than
I
those
would be
people
counting
involved.
up every win, including if it's a dark match. I would be like, I'm better than Charlotte Flair 3 times. I'm better than Charlotte Flair.
Well, I mean, they're
looks
counting.
like they're
They're
pointing
counting
at-
Curry
yeah.
Hawkins' losing streak for dark matches too.
Oh my
so,
Lord Jesus! Kurt Hawkins is just a terrible, terrible, terrible character and wrestler.
that was brutal.
Like he's a
Yeesh.
wrestler.
Well, this is
Damn,
supposed to
man.
be non-wrestling segment though. So we're
Okay,
not-
okay,
Yeah,
all right,
non-wrestling.
all right.
Okay, but so Pusha T hard. I did want to ask you guys this question: are you guys disappointed that the Cavs and Warriors are in the finals again, 4th time in a row?
No,
You're not. You're not disappointed.
no. I think it's like Rock versus Austin.
But it's a 4th time though.
Who cares?
Who cares?
It brings
if they're
ratings.
the best teams,
It brings
if they're
ratings.
the best teams in the NBA, and if they got to the
The
NBA,
best teams in the NBA are the Rockets.
This
and
isn't-
Warriors,
Right.
okay.
I
it's
saw
not.
that game with you guys, and I gotta say, Rockets, they did a good job on that game.
Yeah, but they missed 27 threes
Yeah.
in a row. In a row.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know this. All right, this might be it for Chris Paul. I really don't think Chris Paul will have another opportunity. I really don't
What
think.
if they get LeBron next year?
If they get LeBron, then they got a chance.
So then it's not his last chance.
But if they don't get LeBron, they have no chance.
But
in
in
all
hell.
all he has to do is not get injured. They win Game 6 or Game 7 if he doesn't get injured. I'm just saying. There's no way the Warriors played like shit in those last 2 games of the series, barring Steph Curry going off for like periods of time during the 3rd quarter in both of those games. That was it.
Yeah.
That's all they did. So
Well, at the end of the day, it's all about just finding a way to win.
Right.
And the Warriors found a way to win in a tough 7-game series. I'm disappointed in Boston and Houston because you do all that work throughout the season. You win those many games just to have a Game 7 on your home court. If you blow it in
And
a
both
Game
of them
7,
blew it, too.
and they both blew it, especially Boston. I mean, Houston,
77
I was
points.
disappointed in them. But Boston, how can you just go out there and just lay a clunker and not give the ball to Jason Tatum? And I blame part of it on Jason Tatum, too, because of his lack of actually wanting the ball. And he's from Duke, and I need my Duke players to step up in the NBA.
See, that's biased.
I need my Duke
It's
players.
biased.
Duke
I don't
players.
care if it's biased. I need my Duke players to step up. And Jason Tatum, bro, you blew it, man. You blew it. I mean, he was all up in LeBron's face, and he was doing all this stuff. He was doing such a great job. But you know what's sad about ball? I think the future is more better.
The Houston.
Shut up. The future is more
Houston.
better.
It's going up on the sound bites.
Houston with the RKJ Man.
It's going on the sound bites, right,
No,
Nick?
Nick hasn't made it in like a month.
All right, it's too hard.
Apparently it's too
It's
hard.
too hard.
It's too hard. It's just too much good stuff we say on here.
Yeah.
To get it
We
to a
get
minute
away
and
with a lot of
30
good
No,
stuff.
I don't want to have to listen to the entire show. It's a 3 or 4 hour process because I have to. There's so much good stuff that the editing just
Well, you
takes
should
too
just
long.
mark down here. You got a braille sheet and nobody's writing on. Why don't you just freaking?
No, I'm not writing on the braille sheet, man. Someone that's blind won't be able to see what I wrote down.
They'll read the braille.
This is
though.
getting good.
All right, so getting back to the point, I just think that Boston has a better future, and the reason why is because they have Kyrie Irving coming back. They didn't have Gordon Hayward all year, so you have Kyrie and Gordon Hayward coming back, and then you can add a star. I'm hearing rumors that they want to get, according to one fan I talked to, they want to get Kawhi Leonard, or they might want to get Boogie
Talking about Boston?
Cousins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either Boogie Cousins or somebody. Like, if they add on a piece like that, oh my goodness. Like, who's going to compete with Boston East? If I was LeBron, I would go to the West just so I don't have to face Boston only twice a year in the regular season. And then if I meet them again, it's in the finals. Because I don't want to go up again. I don't think this Cleveland team is good enough to beat Boston year in and year out if they don't have Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. That's what I think. I think Kyrie and Gordon Hayward is the difference in these types of games.
I mean, one of them is the difference, to be honest.
Huh?
One of them is the difference. You don't even need both.
Kyrie.
Cleveland barely even won the last game, too.
Kyrie's the difference, bro. Kyrie brought him through in that Game 7 a few years ago in Golden State.
I know.
brought him through.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But, yeah, no. Or do you trade Kyrie for because you have Terry Rozier? Get better players.
No, I wouldn't trade Kyrie.
You get 2 or 3 players for Kyrie.
If he gets injured one more time, I would consider trading him because I think he could be a Derrick Rose where he's really good. And his upside is really good.
Derrick Rose, yeah.
But he just can't get over the injury bug, and his career just flounders because he can't get over the injury bug.
That's true. But Chris Paul's still been a standout player though, and he's been injured a lot. He hasn't turned into Derrick Rose.
Well, it's different with Chris Paul because Chris Paul is just such a floor general. I mean, like. He's such an important, impactful player. I mean, we didn't really see with Kyrie until LeBron got there. Kyrie had to be taught by LeBron how to be a leader because before then, Kyrie and Deion Waiters were fighting each other in the locker room. And then he left because he wanted to get more money.
Yeah, which is understandable, but he's going to win less championships. Actually, maybe not, but Celtics are going to be good.
He got his 1 championship. And if LeBron leaves, I think we can all agree LeBron and the Cavs aren't winning the series starting tonight.
Anybody want to get predictions?
Yeah, might as well because next week it'll be
it'll be over. Yeah.
Well, I think Cavs lose in 5.
Cavs lose in 5. What about you?
I mean, I wanted to go to Game 6. Game 6 is going to be on my birthday, June 14th. But
who are you saying wins?
I'm probably gonna go with Golden State.
Okay.
And how many games?
4.
Oh, that's a sweep.
That's a sweep. That's I thought he was going to say 3 for a second. I was about to tear him apart.
I was going to go for 4. Yeah.
This isn't the WNBA, Eric.
No,
yeah. On the Cover 2 podcast yesterday, I said Warriors in 6. I think Cavs will be able, especially without Iguodala in the lineup, I think they'll be able to win 1 game, and then they'll be able to win 1 game with him in the lineup too.
Does Cleveland steal one of these games?
I think so. They might be able to win the game tonight because tonight, as being Thursday, we're recording Thursday. So if you're listening on a different day,
right before the game.
Yeah. So
you already made your predictions, right, Nick?
I already made. So I'm not going to say all that. Yeah. You guys can go listen to the other podcast for that. But
Cover 2.
No, nonetheless.
Salute to the
all
Cover
right, so that's
2.
the end of this Cover 2 podcast number 2 segment of the day. Didn't mean to be like that, but
let's talk that Enzo Amore.
Let's do it. Enzo
Let's
Amore.
do it.
You talk shit on us. You talk shit on your rape accuser. Man, he went hard in this new rap he came out with, but I wonder why. He's just so hateful.
I can't see him coming back to the WWE anytime soon.
He's
after
not
that
coming
song.
back.
No,
he burned his bridges.
Terrible anyways.
Yeah.
Allegedly, he burned his bridges, and he was a terrible wrestler. He was a terrible wwrestler.
He was a terrible wrestler.
Yeah, that's true.
He says he's been rapping at Kanye's studio. What the? This mother. Hold on, can we see the F word in here?
I mean, we can say it in here, but I'm gonna have to.
This mother canucker, this stupid mother canucker, hanging out with Kanye West. Now he thinks he's Kanye. I'm talking about old Kanye, not new Kanye. Actually, he sounds like new Kanye.
He sounds like new Kanye.
Oh my god.
I'm not surprised.
No.
If he would rap in Kanye West's studio.
It isn't surprising actually to me when I saw that. I'm showing Ryan the screen or the RKJ.
I don't know. I don't know what's worse, either the video or the song. I don't know. I mean,
I think both.
The song because I can barely hear I can barely understand what he's talking about.
He needs to work on his delivery. His delivery sucks.
It's a diss track, so I don't think it's supposed to rhyme at all.
Oh, I love, but some of the lyrics were kind of like, I ain't no Bill Cosby.
That's what I'm saying. He was brutal.
I ain't no Bill Cosby. Or what else did he say?
Build weight 200 pounds, my ass.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He was like, what is it? He says, like a phoenix, I rise.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
Well, wasn't Phoenix supposed to be reference to the Phoenix police that arrested him?
No, that's what he got arrested or he got charged because of the apparent rape that ended up not happening.
Not apparent,
it
allegedly. Be careful.
No, it didn't. Apparent and allegedly is the exact same thing.
No, apparent is like, oh, it looks like that happened. Allegedly is, it looks
like
that's
that
what people
happened.
are saying.
No, it looks like that happened. Same thing. He didn't do it though, so there's no reason in protecting ourselves, Ryan. He didn't do it. That's why he made a rap calling this girl out.
Oh, and by the way, you just defamed her in your rap, so be prepared for something to come your way, Enzo. I mean,
she defamed him and accusing him of rape. That didn't happen too. I think that's way worse.
I just think it's just stupid that after you survive a case that's so brutal that harms your reputation, you get fired by your employer, the WWE, who was honestly looking for a reason to fire him. It was like some people just when you're stupid like that, and you know somebody's just looking for a reason to get rid of you. Don't put yourself in a position to get fired.
I really think it's.
Hi, Roseanne.
Yeah, hi, Roseanne.
How's it going?
I can do a Ryan Rants on you. You racist.
I think okay.
You can do
you can do it if you want to.
Yeah, you don't have to. Not doing it right now, but
no, because
look,
Charlemagne already did it.
Look, I gotta say this for freaking Enzo Amore to go out there and doing like a diss track. I really think it's way too early for him to even do that. Like, especially once he got out of court and all those freaking charges that they were trying to go up against him. And to be honest, it was pretty stupid of him. And after this, I'm like, yeah, good luck getting back to the WWE if you ever want to go back.
By the way, he was fired from the WWE for a thing that would get all three of us fired from our jobs as well. Okay, he was fired for not telling them for 5 months that he had a rape allegation against him and that he was going to be going to court.
Well, he just said that he just found out. He
no, he didn't.
He's lying.
He's lying. It's not true.
You don't know if he's lying or not. You don't know if that man's lying or not.
Yes, I do.
How do you know if that man's lying? Show me the proof.
Why would the WWE make it up and risk them getting sued?
They got rid of him because the accusations they got found out. They freaked out, and they were looking for a reason to get rid of him. They said, "Oh my goodness!" He didn't
tell them for 5 months, though. That's why he got fired.
Allegedly, he didn't tell them for 5 months. And now
this is not alleged. This actually happened. Not everything's alleged.
Enzo and his lawyer had both come out and said that they didn't find out about the accusations until pretty much like the day of, like in January, when we all found out. So how can you go out there and say, "Oh my goodness, Enzo Amore just knew about it for 5 months"?
It was in the beginning.
So Enzo's, because all lawyers tell the truth, right? So everything they're saying is the truth. They're trying to protect his ass, bro.
No,
it's the lawyer that's their job. It's not on them.
I'm not saying he didn't know and he didn't tell them. I'm just saying you don't know. You don't know. We don't know.
We don't know what we kind of know. It's just like we know OJ probably killed his wife, but we can't we actually can't say he did because we don't actually know. All of us say he did.
I got a good point here. If Enzo actually didn't know and he just found out, then why wouldn't he be suing the WWE? I would sue WWE for wrongful termination.
Which is probably why he's lying. That's what I'm saying.
I would sue him for wrongful termination. Like, I would sue him for wrongful termination. So it may be in the works, and he may not be able to say it.
What do you think you would say to Enzo Amore if he was here? Like, what would you recommend him after this song? Like, what would you kind of advice you would give him?
Oh, real quickly, I just want to say this real quick.
I'm sorry, was I scrolling too fast?
No, I thank God you scrolled down and you actually are looking on the computer right now, because that whole thing about a wrestler being on his computer or a guy living in his mom's basement, that is some BS. That's some BS.
It's a stereotype that they give to
I live in
fans.
my mom and dad's house. I don't live in my parents' basement, okay?
I mean...
Get it right.
I pay rent, okay? I pay rent.
I know.
All right? I pay groceries.
Well, you can pay rent. That doesn't mean you're not sitting eating Cheetos.
Yeah, he thinks you eat, and we're fat? We're fat?
No,
it's just
none of us are fat.
None of us are fat.
Look, the thing is with Enzo.
I mean, you keep eating my family's cooking.
Look, this is
I'm gonna become fat, bro.
Yeah.
This is basically the kind of stereotype that they would label us for us pro wrestling fans, that we would live under a basement, not doing anything.
We don't have any social lives. We can't get any girlfriends. We're unkept, grooming wise. I think we all look pretty good when we actually we get up and we go out. We look pretty good.
This is definitely a way of Enzo Amore trying to sell that diss track, because he knows for a fact this is what the kind of stereotype they would throw at us as pro wrestling fans.
Exactly.
Because I know for a fact, if Enzo didn't had any of this, what would he be doing? Like, what would he be doing if he didn't wrestle at all?
Working at Walmart.
Well, now rapping, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, Enzo
because
Amore,
he needs wrestling in order to make fun of it, and he needs to have the wrestling fans to make fun of it in order to sell that diss track.
By the way, I wanted to talk about this too. Apparently, Simon Gotch, the guy who was in the Vaudevillains,
hates him.
Oh, yeah. I saw your text, dude. I saw your text.
Apparently, Enzo Amore tried to teach Finn Balor how to pick up girls, pick up women. And I'm like, as soon as I saw that, as much as it could be Simon Gotch hating on him, I could totally see Enzo Amore trying to do that. And Enzo Amore is the definition of a dumbass if he's doing that.
I know
the reason why. Let me tell you the reason why. Enzo, Finn Balor's the type of guy who, if I'm hanging out with a girl, I'm on a date with a girl, I'm with my girlfriend, all of a sudden Finn Balor walks in, I'm immediately saying check please and getting out of here. Because Finn Balor is the White Trey Songs. Okay, he's Mr. Steal Your Girl. Okay, shout out to the White Trey Songs. Because Finn Balor...
I don't know if Finn Balor is still with Kathy Kelly. Well, they did
you
break
know
up,
what?
right?
Good
yeah,
God.
they did break up.
Good. Man, like, hide your wives, hide your girlfriends, hide your sister. Like, when Finn Balor walks into a place, he's literally the type of dude that any woman would just flock to, okay? So I don't know why Enzo Amore is trying to teach him, oh, bro, you need to get, allegedly, he said, oh, bro, you need to get a apartment downtown so you can go all to the clubs and whatnot, so it's easy to pick up chicks and all that stuff. And, oh, you got to do this and you got to do that.
First of all, I don't want to guarantee, but I bet Enzo is a better smooth talker than Finn Balor. Because he comes up with stuff in his head that's pretty good.
He pulled Liv Morgan.
Yeah, but so like, I think you're not giving Enzo enough credit. I agree he shouldn't be giving advice to guys with 12 packs.
Yeah,
when he looks like he's 160 pounds, sopping wet. But I do think he can manage his way with ladies because... I don't know. He's not the most attractive dude either, but he can really speak.
But he's got confidence.
Yeah.
He's got confidence. I agree with you on that. But Finn Balor, like, come on, bro. Finn Balor is literally like, I'm trying not to sound sketch here, but the dude is one of the best looking dudes I've ever seen in my life. You're not
sounding sketch. I think he looks amazing.
He looks great. Yeah.
He's in great shape, that's for sure.
He's in great shape.
It's not.
I walk around on this campus and pull out a Finn Balor sign and go around to like the 10 closest girls outside this studio right now.
Even if they're not wrestling fans.
Even if they're not wrestling fans, they're gonna be like, "Who's that guy? He's hot. I want him."
Yeah. While they're pointing at me.
Well, look. I mean,
and Nick's blowing it.
Wait, what?
Nick's blowing it.
Look, I don't.
We're at that conference.
Explain.
You blew it at that conference with that really hot.
I blew it at the. We're not telling the story.
Yes,
we're talking about Enzo.
I just revealed my story a few weeks ago about me sliding that chick's DMs and being awful.
Because that was incredible.
What do you guys think?
You were incredibly.
What do you guys think about?
What
do you guys think about the fan base that he has after that diss track? Because it looks like a lot of fans.
Which one? I don't think he
got 1 million. It's gotten 1 million views on World Star.
That doesn't mean they're
fans.
On the way here. It's because we people like me checked it out. I wanted to see. I was like, I heard Enzo came out with a track. Let me see what it is.
And also after that, he got like a huge fan base. Like even they didn't even know who he was.
I liked Enzo Amore because he could talk and he was the best. In my opinion, he was the midget Rock.
Okay, that is way too big a praise.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he was just the smaller version of the Rock because he had a great. He has charisma. He has the ability. Oh, Nick said he has the charisma. He has the ability to talk. Okay, he has the ability to.
You are comparing him to Rocky Maivia.
Just shut up. Just stop.
He has the ability.
Shut up, man.
I'm talking about on the mic.
Stop it, man.
I'm not talking about as a wrestler.
Oh my God.
He sucks as a wrestler. He's awful.
Ryan,
I think Carmella might be a better wrestler than Enzo.
Oh, I agree with that. No, I agree with that. But he's definitely not.
No, come on. Think about it. Think about those promos.
I'm not thinking about it. He's not
against Big Cass.
Maybe.
Think about how the crowd.
It's understandable if you want to compare.
It didn't make any sense. Most of the stuff he said didn't even make any sense.
In the diss track.
What are you talking about?
No,
in the song?
In his promos, like half of it was like
great
stuff that I like.
He made references to Tupac. He made references to Tupac. He said how all eyes are on him. Like, you need to go back and actually look at those promos on YouTube.
Yeah, and I will. You know what I'll say? He's nowhere near The Rock.
Maybe you would.
He had catchphrases like The Rock.
Maybe you would compare him to Road Dogg. I think that's a little bit better.
That's better.
That's actually a really good.
That's a better comparison.
Really
minus the military pedigree.
Yeah. So, yeah, The Rock, leave him out of it.
Exactly. Okay, so you guys want to know what he might be doing if he wasn't a wrestler?
What?
So, according to Wikipedia, and then this is probably right. I don't know.
Wikipedia is always right?
Well, no, but it's like 95% right. So it said. He formerly worked as a DJ and a ticket salesman for the New York Jets. He was a piano mover and a manager at Hooters.
And we were just there last week.
We were just there last week, yeah.
Boy, don't go to Hooters.
So that's what is in his future right now. If this rap career is
the realest guy in the room.
No. That Me Too movement was coming for you at Hooters, bro.
Wait, Nick.
That's just a sexual harassment.
Wait, Nick, didn't you call Enzo Amore one time the realest guy in the bedroom? Remember?
Yeah, you
Probably
did.
said,
Yeah,
I probably
you said
didn't.
that.
First
It
episode
was
you
probably
did.
less tame than that.
It
when
was
I
a
said
laugh. It was in reference to the allegations he had at the time.
Yeah.
That are no longer true.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I kind of do remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's on our
nonetheless,
first episode. You
Enzo,
can look it up, by the way, on demand on YouTube and SoundCloud. Welcome to the battlefield.
Enzo
Check it
unnecessarily
out.
patronizing wrestling fans
Subscribe.
as fat dudes in their mom's basement, which is not true for 90% wrestling fans. There probably are about 10% that sit in their rooms.
That have
the
Pornhub
real
also.
marks.
Oh,
They
yeah.
also have
The
Pornhub.
real what they call marks. Well, I do
Those are-
that. I do that.
Those
too,
are
though, so I
ECW
could-
fans, aren't they?
No, it's the ones that go to these indie shows where there's like 50 people in like
Is that the
Reseda,
guy?
California.
What about the guy? Now, the guy who probably portrayed that as the guy who says it's so real to me, damn it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's-
that guy probably. I think that guy may be still
Or
living
it's
with his
the,
mom.
or it's the people that like stand outside the arena for 3 hours
It's the
waiting
passionate
to
fans.
see the wrestlers
Or
in their
it's the-
car
Or it's the people that come up to a wrestler like Roman Reigns.
and piss them off in the airport.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Or while he's eating
Bro,
food
why
with
would
his
you-
family.
Yo, why would you? Roman Reigns has a temper too. Why would you do that to him? Randy Orton, those two guys you never wanted to like piss off.
Like, and he was nice
Okay.
to the guy too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's back
Brock
back. Let's
Lesnar.
talk a little
Brock
bit.
Lesnar, yeah.
Let's talk about this guy.
Yeah,
Apparently,
don't.
apparently Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns wasn't on Raw this past week. He was actually enjoying time with his family. He was actually getting a week off. So he was feeding his. I think he has 2 sons, twins, and then he was feeding his daughter. And he was talking to his sons. He was feeding his daughter. He was hanging out with his family. And then his idiotic fan, this dumb idiotic fan, comes up to him and says, "Oh, can I get a photo?" And before was trying to get a photo, and Roman was actually going to say to him nicely, "Hey man, I'm sorry, I can't do a photo right now. I'm with my family. I get very little time." Before he could say something, the fan walked off and called him a sellout. That's what Roman said on his Twitter. So explain to me how you think that just because you are a fan of this guy, that you have the audacity to come up to him while he's spending personal time with his family, and have the audacity to come up and say, "Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm your biggest fan. Can I get it for you?" And this guy probably don't even like Roman Reigns.
Look, the
probably
problem.
don't even like him.
The problem with some of these fans, they like to challenge these wrestlers because they know. This even goes for MMA. This goes for UFC. I think one of them challenged Donald Cerrone
Now
to like
that's
a fight.
really stupid.
You know, it's
Because
definitely-
they're real fighters. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if Roman Reigns can actually kick somebody's
no.
ass
I'm
in real
pretty-
life,
I'm pretty
but
sure he can.
I know
He
that
can.
Donald Cerrone can kick some guy's
Yeah,
ass.
some
Yeah.
guy,
That is just dumb.
some guy took a swing at him, and then he said, "Yeah, come on, you piece of shit, come on, take with me, and let's go, let's get it on."
Did he choke this guy out? Because I hope he choked this guy out.
He just punched him out, and then Donald Cerrone, he was with his girlfriend. He was with his girlfriend, and then after that,
You
he
got
just
knocked
said,
the F out.
"Yeah."
In the words of Chris Rock.
And then he said, and his girlfriend was telling him like, "Just don't do it, it's not worth it." And then like he went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and then even Joe said that, "Oh yeah, you don't even know who you messed with. You don't even know who you messed up with, dude." To be honest, it's a lot of these fans, they like to challenge these wrestlers or these fighters. It doesn't matter. Like they like to challenge them.
I know.
Same goes for journalists.
It's real dumb.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
Well,
Joe,
as a-
hold on. What are you going to say about journalists? Wait,
Well.
It's a little bit different with journalists.
how do you compare it? Journalists, I don't think, can kick people's ass, though.
Well, here's the thing. Do you?
I mean, I'm a journalist. I kick
I mean, do you?
anybody's ass.
That's for you.
Oh,
I mean,
I would get beat down in the street.
it depends on what kind of questions you're asking them. If you're interviewing them.
I don't know how you could compare journalists to MMA fighters, though.
No, I mean I'm talking about like fans, like regular fans that tend to challenge
I get what you're
fighters or
saying.
wrestlers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not the best comparison right there, Eric. I'll
I
tell you
know.
that one. That was not the best comparison.
I know.
You could have came up with football players, NBA guys, hockey players. You
players,
came up with
soccer players.
journalists, though. Not the no soccer players. Soccer players are the weakest people in the world, man. And I got soccer friends. I don't care though, because they fake all their injuries. Like they get kicked in the ankle like a little bit, and it's like the worst thing ever.
I saw that
Okay.
with the UEFA Championships, dude. Oh
I
my
watched that
God.
too.
Yeah. I mean,
Gareth Bale with that
yeah,
bicycle kick. That
I
goalie
gotta-
for Liverpool was so bad too.
for Salah for Liverpool.
No, the goalie.
He
Just gave it to Benzema that one time, and then he just couldn't stop a normal Gareth Bale shot.
Yeah, the thing is that he
Not
also.
normal. It was a hard shot.
I mean, he freaking left the goalie, and I'm like, you can't do that. You can't be doing that, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. To me,
not the most professional performance. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
Yeah, so...
All right, I was too busy promoting on social media. What were we talking about?
Right, we didn't need you in the conversation.
Yeah.
RKJ Man,
Oh,
it's
you
fine.
guys were talking about MMA?
We were talking about soccer.
Oh, you were talking about soccer?
We were talking about the UEFA Champions League.
My mind goes out even if I'm engaged in the conversation when we talk about soccer.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Unless we're talking about the World
We
Cup.
were kind of talking
World
about
Cup's
that.
coming up.
World Cup's stupid. USA's in it. Sorry, I don't care about Mexico, Eric. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
It don't matter.
I'm not rooting for Mexico, man.
You guys don't have to. You guys don't have to.
I kind of want to cheer. No, I wouldn't mind if Mexico won.
I don't root for Mexico, man.
I wouldn't
mean,
mind
you
if
guys-
Mexico.
Because y'all don't cheer for the United States.
I cheer for the
I cheer
U.S.
for, I cheer for the U.S. so hard.
No,
Look,
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about
You said your.
why.
Wow, that was.
Why? Why do you not
I'll let you
root for
guys-
the
I'll
United
let you guys
States?
Okay, look, here's the thing. And I'm going to be...
I'm bowing out for like 2 minutes. I want
Right.
to hear this.
We
Yeah,
had
I
this
wanna hear this.
conversation at my house
All right.
last week.
That's because you didn't let me talk.
got heated.
You didn't let me talk, dude.
Okay, go ahead and talk.
You didn't let me talk.
Go ahead
Okay,
and talk.
Look, okay, this is coming from me, and this is coming from like just a avid soccer fan. I'll cheer for the U.S. because even if they were in the World Cup, I cheer for them. Now, here's the thing with Mexico. The problem with Mexico is that the past few games back in 2014 or 2015, and they went up against Panama. Panama was kicking Mexico's ass. They were going like 3-0. And then there was a penalty that I noticed that they were doing, and a penalty took place, which should have never, ever, ever happened to Mexico, but they were crying like little bitches. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing. Because they were faking their injuries.
Okay, that's soccer. It happens all the time.
Especially with Guardado, especially with these guys.
Oh, boy.
And the problem is that it got so controversial that it caused a lot of the fans to throw trash. A lot of fans were throwing trash, and
like WCW.
oh yeah, definitely, yeah,
It was all
definitely.
WCW.
Well, the fans were throwing trash at the Panama players because the Mexican soccer fans, they were just so pissed off that they were losing, and so after that game, the penalty should have never even taken place. Mexico won, and they won the Gold Cup.
Okay, so let's get to the point here because we got other
Okay,
topics to talk
okay.
about.
What's your point?
I'm talking about, I noticed that a lot of Hispanics that I talk to, they are not rooting for the United States and Mexico. They're just rooting for Mexico. Why?
Well, what if they came from Mexico though? What if they came
live
from
in the
Mexico
United
to the?
States.
Doesn't matter. There's people that come from like Ireland that live in the U.S.
They can root for Ireland, yeah?
Finn Balor, Sheamus, who cheer for Ireland.
And by the way,
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm not going to be a Roseanne over here and talk bad about Hispanics. But I'm just saying,
No, you're good.
She talked bad about black people, not Hispanics, right? So
Look,
she did.
it's
she probably talked bad about
look,
Mexicans.
Yeah,
She
probably.
has.
I mean, she is a Trump supporter.
I used to love the Mexican soccer team during the Copa Mundial, the World Cup, but after their display of games with Panama and some of these games over with the Gold Cup, I just lost faith in them. The whole blood, sweat, and tears, it's gone. It's not there anymore. They went through penalties, and that's it.
Okay.
That's not me trying to bring him down. It's just
He's the hardcore fan though. He doesn't even
They're-
like them. He just wants them to win straight out. There's no OT with him. I like it. I like
mean,
it.
We
dude.
are
Look.
so off topic right now.
It
It's
doesn't matter.
ridiculous.
This is a good discussion. though.
point is that I'm not rooting for Mexico on this one. I'm not rooting for these guys. I really don't care if they lose or win.
That's like
if
me
they,
being a Carolina Panther fan and not rooting for us to
I
win the
used,
Super
I used
Bowl.
to be a fan of them. But not anymore.
So who are you
Because
cheering
Cam
for
Newton.
then?
Well,
Or do you just not give a shit?
to be honest, I know the first game is going to be Germany and Mexico, so I just hope Germany kills
Oh
them.
my God, that's the first game?
Yeah, it's the first-
Germany kills them.
Oh my God, that's the first
Germany's
game?
gonna kill them.
Oh my goodness
Oh, yeah.
No,
gracious.
the one what's funny. The one reason I want to say I want to cheer for Mexico is because they got the Santos brothers on the team, and they both play on the Galaxy, I believe, right?
Yeah, they do.
I'm a Galaxy fan too, so there's like a little bit of like, I want them to kind of do
Especially
good.
they brought
Ratings in the
Ibra.
United States are going to be terrible. by
Galaxy.
the
Yeah,
way.
they got the Dos Santos brothers and Ibrahimovic on the Galaxy.
Ibra's a monster, dude.
All right.
He's old.
Can we talk about wrestling? Or
Well,
MMA?
so let's get to wrestling. Let's get to real wrestling. Let's get to Eric's indie update right here. Let's get this is some real wrestling.
This is
talk
some
right
real
here.
wrestling
Real
right
wrestling
here.
talk.
So to
Topic.
get back on topic, let's go. Here's Eric's indie update.
Okay, so basically, first things first, Lucha Underground is coming in 2 weeks.
Oh yes.
When is
So-
it coming on Netflix?
When's it coming on Netflix? As soon as they wrap up season
God,
4.
something broke.
Better get that. Fix that.
Ryan,
I don't know how that happened.
RKJ Man just broke his mic.
Better
Here,
fix it.
I'll help him fix it.
Okay, help him out.
Do your update.
Help him
sorry.
out.
Fix it.
Okay, so Lucha Underground is going to be back on the air next week with Lucha, of course, El Rey Network, and I cannot wait for that. But to your point, Ryan, I got to say, I think Lucha Underground Season 3 will be coming in, I believe, Netflix maybe next week as soon as Season 4 starts. So be prepared for that. And definitely make sure to check that. Oh, man, dude. I just hope you didn't.
No, it didn't break.
I didn't break it.
It's fine.
It looks like it's happened before.
I think
Keep going.
I think they might have loosened out the mic.
Keep going, Eric.
Kind of like.
So over in Ring of Honor, Marty Scarelli is going to go up against Dalton Castle, the Ring of Honor
Where'd it
champion.
go?
It's not there.
Oh, it's over there.
No, just keep
Okay,
doing your
yeah.
update. We'll be able to fix this.
Keep going.
Don't worry
Well,
about it.
I'm just scared because we're
You can
probably,
start over if you want.
Yeah, no worries. Dalton Castle, Ring of Honor champion, is going to go up against Cody, the American Nightmare, which also transitions to, of course, the this event, All In.
Should we get now?
Over at the.
I'm not moving it.
No, okay, just leave it like that, and we'll take care of it later.
Fix.
So, getting to the Ring of
It's
Ring
always
of Honor.
me on this podcast. It's always up with me losing my wallet.
You
girls.
used to knock off
Yeah.
these things too.
Yeah.
Okay, getting to the Ring of Honor event over in England. What happened was that after Cody's match, Nick Aldis showed up to the Ring of Honor event in England.
I saw this. This is so big.
Yeah,
This is so big.
in order to accept the challenge. Yeah, he's still bitter about the fact that nobody called or even told Nick Aldis about the event being taking place All In,
Can't miss
having
out
his
on that
NWA
payday,
championship.
though.
And here's the thing: Nick Aldis does accept the match, but he wants Cody to win the Ring of Honor championship over at Best in the World pay-per-view in order to defend and actually have both titles, the Ring of Honor championship and the NWA championship, on the line for All In.
I think this is fantastic.
So
I think you book Cody Rhodes to win. He wins the title. You have a double title main event at All In. Labor Day weekend. All In, just genius. Just a great way of promoting yourself outside the WWE. Just
definitely,
fantastic. Man. Shout outs to the Bullet Club, man.
And also rumors about CM Punk. Is he all in?
Yeah, and then you have after the match CM Punk come beat the hell out of Cody Rhodes.
And then he joins Ring of Honor.
I don't know.
Is Cody a member of the Bullet Club? I lose track of like who's.
He
Cody.
was. I think he's just flying solo right now.
Yeah.
See, that would be great if CM Punk. Oh, so CM Punk could join the Bullet Club then. If he beat up Cody, he could join the Bullet Club.
Yeah. It just.
Right.
It just.
That'd
I don't
be pretty
know.
crazy.
Because we don't see him doing business with the WWE anytime soon.
It doesn't have to be with it. I mean,
He's in a lawsuit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. With Cole Cabana,
yeah, exactly.
Dr. Amon.
It's that'd be pretty cool if as long as CM Punk doesn't get his ass whooped by like amateur Mike Jackson, UFC 225.
Oh man, dude, there's so much criticism.
I can't wait
towards
to talk about that next
fight.
week.
Woo! It's gonna be a good show.
That fight. I mean, I even saw the podcast with Heated Conversation with Booker T. Booker T chooses Mike Jackson over CM Punk because he chooses a guy over somebody who's been in a fight more than a guy who's never ever been like at all.
He's only been in one fight and he only lasted 20 seconds.
Yeah, and so
I know,
I mean,
it's
most
terrible.
guys last longer in the bedroom their first time.
and even Booker T was like, I don't care about no sparring, man. I don't care about no sparring. It's all about how many people you fight. You know, it depends on how many fights you've been in. I'll choose over the guy who's been in multiple fights over than the guy who's only been in
I think
one.
I might have found the bias. Mike Jackson's also from Houston, so Booker T might be having some bias with
You
that.
really
too.
think so? Just because he's from Houston, right?
Well, I'm just looking it up right now.
Yeah,
It
he
says-
knows him. Probably. Maybe.
Probably.
He's 0-1 though. They're both 0-1. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm trying
Well, that's
to.
'cause-
I'm trying to figure out how he got his.
is he
ass
0-1 in the MMA? I mean, in UFC, or is he 0-1
Yo,
in
he
his
got-
career?
He got beat by Mickey Gall too.
What is up with him being connected to Mickey Gall? Like, why is Siki?
Round
and
one.
what happened
Round
to Mickey
one
Gall?
submission.
Can somebody tell me what happened to Mickey Gall?
He lost to somebody. Here, I'll look it up. Hold on.
What happened to him?
Yeah, no,
He
he
just
lost. He
vanished off the
lost
face of
to.
the earth.
He lost pretty badly, I think.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
As you
is that
can-
the end of the segment, Eric?
As you can hear
Yeah,
the
that should
typing
be
in the background.
That should be the end. But yeah, I wanted to say that little all-in little segment right there at the very end because I know that it would change a lot of. It's going to change a lot. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
No, totally. He lost to Randy Brown.
Who Mike Jackson?
No,
Who is he?
Mickey Gall.
Oh, Mickey
Who
Gall.
is Randy Brown?
Randy Brown is a Jamaican fighter.
Oh, you guys asked that.
10-2. 27 years old, though. Both young guys. Mickey Gall will come back.
No, he will.
Nonetheless, all right, that's the end of the Eric's Indie update. Is it time for Ryan Rants?
It's time for a man.
Is it time?
There's a lot of things I can talk about. I could talk about Enzo Amore, but you know what, Nick? I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to talk about you.
Oh, boy.
We talk. Turn my mic on. Turn my mic on.
It's always been on.
Turn my mic on.
It's been on.
It's always been on. Just don't break it.
Yeah, just don't break it.
All right, so let's talk that talk real quick. So, Nick, I was in the car the other day, as always, and I call either Nick or Eric. Sometimes I call them both. I'll call some family. I'll just call people just because I'm in the car going to work and I just want to do something so I don't completely get focused on the road, because it's not good for you to constantly be looking at the road. Apparently, you can get
that
in
makes
a daze.
no sense.
I don't know why.
That makes no sense.
Apparently, you need.
So it's not good to look at the road when you're driving.
You're not a constant.
This
you're
is
not,
a good start to Ryan Rants.
Hold on. Okay. Anyway, I like to talk to people because I don't talk to people any other time. So I'm talking to Nick, and Nick's like, "Yeah, like I enjoyed Raw." I was like, "Really? You enjoyed that garbage Raw?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You know what your problem is, Ryan, or RKJ Man in this case?" I was like, "What?" He was like, you always look too far. You look towards WrestleMania, so you can't enjoy what's in the present right now. And see, here's my issue. If WrestleMania is supposed to be the end-all, be-all for booking, why can't I look at the right now, the present, and look towards the future as well? Every wrestling fan gets up for WrestleMania. I mean, they're talking about WrestleMania being on Fox, for God's sakes. Fox. So if WrestleMania is that big of a deal, you want to save your biggest matches for WrestleMania, but you want to have something that kind of teases up towards them for now. So I'm sorry if right now I don't enjoy the product because they are just coming out of WrestleMania and they decided, oh shoot, we don't give a crap anymore because we just came out of WrestleMania and we just got about $4 billion from NBC Universal and Fox to do SmackDown and Raw. Because that's what I think the WWE has decided. I think Vince McMahon and the creative staff have gotten into a room and said, you know what? We can afford to get away with this. We get $3 million a week, 3 million viewers a week, and we're getting $1 to $4 billion for these mediocre television shows. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So as a wrestling fan, it's frustrating for me, Nick, when I have fans like you coming at me and saying, oh, you're never happy with the product or you're never satisfied. I have come on this podcast and have admitted when something is good. I said the Women's Royal Rumble was going to be garbage. It was freaking phenomenal.
Well, you said it was going to be garbage, though. That's
I said
what
it was
going to
be garbage.
Though.
I know, but if something's positive and something's good, I give it praise. Okay, I give praise to NXT when we talk about it. We don't talk about it that much in our podcast, but I do give praise to NXT. So for you to say, oh, Brian is always upset about something with the product. I mean, yeah, it's because I want something better. It's because we spend our money. We go to these events, we pay for the WWE network, and then I'm watching WCW, and I'm watching NWO crotch chopping in 1996 before DX, and quality programming I'm watching on the network, and then I turn on my normal television to watch SmackDown or Raw. Actually, Raw. SmackDown, in my opinion, has been much better. Thank God. But I turn it on, and you know what? We have a crappy segment that comes out where somebody's going to talk, and then another person interrupts, and then we're going to do a tag team match playa, or we're going to have a situation happen where they're going to fight each other right now, in the words of Stephanie McMahon. And other people have said this, and it's the same booking. And I told Nick, this is the Attitude Era booking, where somebody would come out.
When the ratings were the highest, by the way.
No, but see, it's
when
different.
The ratings were the highest.
It's different now. We're not in the Attitude Era anymore. And I've said this before. I'm actually tired of hearing about the Attitude Era because they have to keep referencing the Attitude Era because the fans of today are the ones who you care the less about the product right now. They care less about the product right now, so they go and buy the WWE Network so they can watch the Attitude Era or old WCW with the NWO. That's the only reason why they buy it. So that's why the WWE has to sell the network to their fans of, oh my God, we have the Monday Night Wars documentary. We have WCW pay-per-views and nitros. We have WWF Attitude Era shows. Whereas today it's more of like we appreciate the smaller guys. We appreciate the wrestling more. Okay, so why not start it off with something unique? I don't mind seeing, and not to say that I don't like seeing promos, but I like to see matches, and then after that, you start off with a promo that's unique or something different. Just change up your mind. Like, they get paid all this money, and I feel like I can book the show for way less money. We book the show every time on this podcast. We book it up to WrestleMania. I can see that Daniel Bryan has an opportunity to go to WrestleMania as the Royal Rumble winner and win the championship. That's the feel-good story. That's what it's supposed to be happening. That's what they say is going to be happening. Eric, I can hear you on the mic.
Adjusting my hat.
But, I mean, the fact of the matter is this. They keep giving us these crappy storylines. And then, Nick, you sit up here and you say, oh, Ryan, you're not happy with the storyline. You're never happy. You're never satisfied. You look too much to WrestleMania. Well, if I know that they're not booking their best shit until SummerSlam or WrestleMania, why the bleep would I care about anything if they're not caring, if they don't care themselves, or if they're not going to book their best stuff until they go on Fox, or if they're not going to book their best stuff until they know it's sweeps time and people are watching? Tell me. Come on, give me an answer, Nick. Come on, give me an answer.
Well, there's a lot to unpack here, but you just were a little bit hypocritical there.
How was I hypocritical?
This is going to be easy. This is going to be easy, guys. You just said that you don't want, or you think they should be booking for WrestleMania.
I think they should be booking quality television all year, but they only.
That's not what you said. No, you just said I only want to
understand what I'm. Okay, understand where I'm trying to go here. If the WWE is only booking quality television towards the road to WrestleMania or the road to SummerSlam,
but they're not, because this Money in the Bank pay-per-view is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, but the pay-per-view is going to be great. What about the build, Nick? You had 6 weeks to build something high quality.
The build's been. I mean, they're building up. There's a lot of qualifying matches. I mean, there's a lot of.
Where's
a lot
the
of guys.
Storylines?
What storylines? They
Where's
happen
the
during the
storylines
match.
within the build? Why is Raw always starting off with the same formula? Why am I forwarding through a good 2.5 hours of Monday Night Raw?
Well, you already said it because you watch it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You know why I watch it at
because
3 o'clock in the morning?
Because you don't enjoy wrestling.
I do enjoy wrestling, sir.
Then you wouldn't be skipping through 2 hours.
If I didn't enjoy wrestling, I wouldn't be on a podcast with you guys. I wouldn't be talking about it all the time.
The actual wrestling itself, you are fast forwarding through. So you don't like wrestling.
No, I like wrestling. But I think the storylines and the quality, they're not giving me a reason to be invested into the matches. If I was invested, I'll give you a great example, because you didn't watch SmackDown this week. I'm just going to tell you what happened before the show. All right, we talked.
We're doing the podcast. I'm not going to watch. No, I'm not going to watch it now. Yeah, we're doing the podcast.
So if I tell you, hey, look, okay, Samoa Joe came out, did a podcast on a ladder, and said, hey, look, hey. This matchup was, he does a podcast and he's talking about Daniel Bryan and his family. And then Daniel Bryan comes out and says, oh my goodness, like, you don't talk about it and there's some lines you don't cross. Then that automatically starts up a reason for me to be invested. That's a good start to a promo. What's not a good start to a promo is if we have Kurt Angle coming out, bumbling over his lines because he can't get anything correct anymore. I don't know why. And then all of a sudden you have Kevin Owens come out, you have Stephanie McMahon come out, you have Roman Reigns come out, and then it's, let's have a matchup right now. We settle it in the ring, guys. Like, I want to see storylines. If you're going to have a match, start it off with something that gets me invested into that matchup, because that is what wrestling is about. It's about personal feuds. It's about personal characters that you feel invested in, that you see yourself as. And I'm not seeing that in a lot of these wrestlers besides a few. Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, okay? Rusev I can see because he's getting pushed down by management. Now, Roman Reigns is going around saying, I'm getting pushed down by management. Management doesn't want me to do anything. But yet Rusev is the real one getting pushed by management. He sells better merch than Roman.
I doubt that.
Happy Rusev Day is one of the top sellers. It's at least one of the top sellers in the WWE.
That doesn't mean it's better than Roman, though.
Roman's got to
be possibly, but he might be top.
Okay, we didn't have a chance.
Stick to the point, though.
The point is the storylines are not quality right now, heading into what should be the summer months when the kids are off and people are kind of doing their thing. You should be having one of your highest quality storylines should be coming during the summer months.
But you just said it has to be for WrestleMania.
I'm saying, though, you have to keep us invested throughout the year. You're not invested. I'm not invested in any time I'm really invested. It's either during SummerSlam or during WrestleMania. 2 biggest pay-per-views. It should be all the year I should be invested. I'm invested in SmackDown personally because that's my brand. That's what I grew up watching too. A little bit more.
So you're saying that Money in the Bank is not looking good.
I'm saying the build is not looking good. I'm not saying the pay-per-view won't be good.
But you're not excited about Money in the Bank.
I'm always excited about Money in the Bank because that always delivers great matches.
Okay, so then why is it then you're exactly what you're saying. They don't need to build it up much because you know the ladder match is going to be amazing. The 2 ladder matches are going to be amazing because they're 8-man ladder matches.
But we watch the freaking product, and I'm gonna have to think about again cutting my WWE network. But like, we watch the product all the time.
I got a streaming site for you if you don't want to pay for it anyways.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I might do it too.
Look, I know I'm kind of late getting back into the conversation. Just spoke with Matt, but
are we in trouble?
Matt,
no, we're not in trouble.
Matt, like people know who Matt is.
Yeah. Sorry about this.
Matt. Who the hell's Matt?
Shout out to the homie Matt who let us do the podcast over in the other studios.
He's the technician here.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. He's a great guy, super cool dude.
Yeah, and he again will not listen to the podcast, so he won't hear that.
Knows everything.
No, we're not in trouble. He just lets us know that if we ever need him down there at the village, we just talk to him about it.
Oh, cool. So nothing but good stuff right there.
Awesome. Nothing but
you
great
should
stuff.
have been like, we're going to be up here.
Great news.
Yeah. But getting back into the conversation, I know I'm a little bit late. What if we look up to WrestleMania for matches? What would happen if we look up to that particular WrestleMania and we build that sort of, I don't know, maybe feud, or we look ahead? What would happen if that match happened to be like 0 stars, like a 2 out of 10 match?
Well, then what
would happen?
What would happen?
Yeah, like I know you were predicting some of the matches.
I think WrestleMania sells itself. We talked about this on the WrestleMania podcast.
Let me extend, because here's how I see wrestling.
I mean, Fox wants it.
I like wrestling because I like the matches and I like the promos and I like the character aspect of the whole thing. All right, yeah. It's like it's when I watch TV shows, I'm always thinking about how it could be like wrestling, right? Like how that guy's gonna hit a promo right now and all that stuff, and then this fight. It just that's the way I like. So I like wrestling. WrestleMania though. Whether the pay-per-view could be built kind of similar to, like, say, Money in the Bank, I'm going to be excited because I know crazy shit's going to happen at WrestleMania. All the matches aren't going to be 10 minutes, and they're all not going to, flop. So I know there's going to be some really cool stuff, like Ronda Rousey versus Triple H, all that stuff, or Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the first time. I was like, that's going to be really cool. So for Money in the Bank, what I'm saying to you, Ryan, is that's how I kind of think of a lot of pay-per-views. Is that, it's a pay-per-view, so it's going to be good. So the build doesn't have to necessarily be perfect, because I know when they get to the pay-per-view, it's going to be good.
Nick, you thought Backlash was great, bro.
I did not say great.
You said Backlash. Backlash was pretty good.
No, because
I'm listening to you in the car, and I'm on the way to get my oil change.
People do this too. They do it in the media a lot of times, where it's either the best thing ever or it was the worst thing ever. And I think there's ways in the middle where things, it was okay. It wasn't that bad. I like some of the matches. I like some of it. It's not awful or amazing. There can be stuff in the middle. And a lot of times I look for the middle because I don't like giving things. I like keeping the amazing and awful for special occasions, right? Like Capital Punishment back in the day.
Oh my God.
That was awful.
Wait a minute, you bought that pay-per-view?
No, I did. That was back in the day when it used to cost like $60 anyway. So we had to it was like,
I tried to watch it on the network for 5 minutes. It didn't work out.
What I used to watch back in the day was Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and then like one or two. Well, no, sometimes Survivor Series wasn't booked that well. So that was back in the day. You really had to book well, but it was whether I was going to watch pay-per-view or not. A lot of times I'd watch TLC or Money in the Bank.
And that's another problem. It's because of the network. That's another reason why I think...
That could be the answer to your problem.
Ryan rants?
It's been the end of Ryan.
Okay, let's talk about... Because this could kind of transition over, because the rumor has it that WrestleMania, that Fox wanted to pay more money, or wanted to pay more to get WrestleMania on Fox one of these days, one of these years.
Yeah, but if they don't even have Raw on Fox, there's no way they're going to put WrestleMania on Fox.
No, hold on. Let's look at this real quick. Let's look at the logistics of doing a WrestleMania on Fox, and let's look at how positive this could be financially for the WWE and its superstars. Okay? You have national television exposure, which means everybody's used to watching something in Sunday afternoons. Everybody, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's TV shows or whatnot.
Baseball,
we're used to watching it. So if you put WrestleMania on before baseball season or right at the beginning of baseball season when people aren't paying attention, maybe at the end of March, very end of March. It's already there at the
Well,
end
no,
of
it's
March.
it actually is set in a pretty good time because you have basketball and hockey are kind of ending their season. So yeah, it's entertaining to watch, but you don't necessarily like a lot of things are already set up by that
March
time.
Madness is over pretty
Well,
much.
close.
The championship
Usually
game.
they're around the same weekend.
The championship game. So usually there's a situation.
Those are on
happening-
Mondays anyways.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and so it's a situation where you build up a situation kind of like the Super Bowl. You do a big pregame. You even have Fox announcers there working with WWE announcers, and you have it all month. You started your build for Fox at Super Bowl. If Fox has a Super Bowl that year, you start to build at the Super Bowl.
The problem with it though is WWE is, hate to use this term, it's fake. So you'd have to be fake analyzing everything, which is kind of annoying to people. Like when they did do the UFC for Fox right now, which is going to switch over to ESPN. Fox, they can actually talk about legitimate things because it's legitimate fights with legitimate outcomes. Wrestling is not legitimate outcomes and it's not legitimate fighting, so it's kind of like hokey to have an hour pregame show about something that's not real.
Well, they do it all the time on the network, and I think also what you could do
Network is different, though.
is you can talk about it. They do it on USA. They put it on USA Network too.
When?
The WrestleMania pre-show.
They put matches on it.
Yeah, and they did a little bit of.
Well, no,
promo.
but those are WWE. I'm talking about if you were to hire people from like. Imagine if like.
Well, you don't think Fox
Imagine
camera
if
people
Michael
are going to be over
Bisping
there?
had to talk about WWE.
Look,
You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
that's a good example.
so what I'm trying to explain
Brandon
to you
Shaw,
is this:
right?
You don't. Okay, we all know that the wrestling is scripted. I don't want to use the term fake. Because it's offensive, in my opinion.
Oh my
because
gosh, it's
what
offensive.
those wrestlers go through, on with their bodies on a daily basis, and what we've seen, and how many wrestlers have passed away in the past decade, wrestling ain't fake, y'all. That thing is very real.
Most of it's fake, except for the physicality.
The
Everything else is
physicality,
fake.
the physicality is choreographed. But what you could do is you can have a general reaction by the fans. The fans, they're experiencing. The fans are paying their money. You can do a shot over the fans. You can talk to fans. You can get involved in social media. You can talk to wrestlers about their lives and their stories. Like, I don't see why you can't build it up like a Super Bowl Sunday on Fox. I think it would be great from a financial standpoint. Plus, I hear that the wrestlers aren't getting paid as much because of the network. So if they put it on Fox, think about all that money the WWE gets from advertising. Think about it. Everybody wants a spot. If Fox comes up to an advertiser and says, "Hey, we can guarantee you an 8 rating. Your ad goes during this time during WrestleMania, you're gonna have it, you're gonna get this many views." You don't think they're gonna pay out the butt for that? They're gonna pay out the butt for that, an advertiser.
Right.
I would, because so why wouldn't the WWE make a move to put a WrestleMania on the Fox and do that from a financial standpoint, and then obviously after the show, you put it on the network for people who didn't watch the full show. What are you looking at, Nick? You looking at full?
I'm looking at salaries.
That's
because
report.
you
That's
said-
allegedly.
What this is allegedly?
What salary is it?
I mean, we don't know what they're actually making.
Well, you just said they complained though.
Well, yeah.
So
Apparently.
allegedly, I'm not because the top guys get paid. They get paid top guys, but a guy like Titus O'Neil's making $300,000 a year, essentially doing nothing. That's a pretty good living. That's more than most people I know make a year. So Sin Cara, $700,000, right? Luke Harper.
Wait a minute. Sin Cara is making $700,000.
$700,000.
He is massively overpaid.
Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper both get paid about $500,000.
How much
a year?
does Shinsuke Nakamura hurt? Because I heard he's making pennies. I heard he's
see.
making
How can
pennies.
that happen, man?
Let's see.
What about AJ Styles?
AJ Styles makes
$400,000.
That is grossly.
That is pretty bad.
Grossly bad.
You want to hear the women?
Oh my God! I
You
know
wanna hear
it's
the
way
women?
worse.
I wanna
Ronda
see.
Rousey, $1.5 million.
Good lord.
Charlotte Flair, $550,000.
Oh, that's got to go up.
Nikki Bella, who doesn't show up on TV anymore, $350,000.
Really?
Alexa Bliss, $350,000.
Well, it could be that reality show, Total Bellas, you know.
No, that she would be getting her own.
Who are you surprised is making
Liv Morgan,
more?
$75,000.
I mean,
that's
still
not very good living.
I
that's
can make
not
that
very
working
good.
in my industry.
But she's on TV a lot.
I mean, a regional manager can make more than her.
Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and they all only make $80,000 a year. Liv Morgan makes $5,000 less than the other two.
Well, she's not as good as a wrestler.
Maybe that's taking a shot, but she went out with Enzo. So they're like, $5,000.
$5,000.
$5,000.
Well, this is all legend. We don't know what their actual pay.
No, but why would someone make up these numbers? This is a pretty. I don't know
Some
really
of these
what
numbers
this.
are like Becky Lynch making $250,000.
That makes sense.
Bailey, 200. How much does Sasha Banks make? Because I heard
Well,
she
no, because-
renegotiated
well,
her
look at
contract.
this though. Like, okay, so for example, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss make the most for the full-time superstars, and they were probably champions when this thing came out. You probably get a boost when you're champion.
Yeah, you
So,
always make more money.
If you're not
from-
a champion,
but you make more
Brie
money.
Bella makes $30,000. She's not even in the company
But
anymore.
you can
Get
make
the
you
hell
can
outta
make
here.
you can make more money
Could be
depending on
old
how
that
much
you're looking at.
you you could be making
It's
more
2018.
You can make more money depending on whether you wrestled, the house shows, merchandise. This could be taking about more merchandise, house shows, their payoffs from the previous pay-per-views. I mean, you never know how much it is. I'm just hearing that wrestlers allegedly are getting affected. Now, of course, that's coming from I think it's coming from Dave Meltzer. So a lot of people, they take what Dave Meltzer says with
Yeah,
the grain of
yeah,
salt.
exactly.
We don't
Yeah.
know if what he's saying is true. A lot of people are saying most of the stuff he says is BS. But I can imagine that
Because it
being
is.
legit. I can imagine wrestlers being like, I'm not getting paid as much anymore. But what I'm trying to say is this: getting back to the WWE being on Fox for a WrestleMania, I think this could be a great opportunity. My only negative is you can't do a WrestleMania outside of a domestic area. Like the U.S. and Canada is the only places where you can do it, or maybe Mexico. You can't do it in the United Kingdom because a lot of people have been begging for a WrestleMania in the United Kingdom. You can't do it because of the time difference. It would have to air in the morning time.
I've always wanted to.
Yeah, that would suck. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
actually a good
true.
point you bring up. People
Like
don't think about that.
when the
People are
NFL,
stupid.
because when the NFL happens, wait, well, how do you say people are stupid?
Well, people are stupid. They don't think of things like time differences
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Just put it in English. Man. Oh well, yeah. You want to watch it at 10 in the morning? No. Okay, then shut up.
Yeah, they gotta
Like,
think,
you know what
they
I'm
gotta
saying?
think
Well, it's
about
great
it.
for people in England. They're the ones who
But
want
who
to
cares
watch
about
it.
them though?
Yeah, I mean,
We don't. We pay the wrestlers what, $5,000 a year to like wrestle for the company.
I mean, if-
we like I work for the WWE.
If you're
That's
listening to
terrible.
us,
As a
if you're
paying
listening
customer?
to us in the UK, if you really want a WrestleMania in England, stop coming over to WrestleMania in the United States because that just shows us that you want and that
Yeah,
you want
To have WrestleMania.
The problem with that is
stay
the
in the
WWE doesn't need English fans. They have enough US fans to
No.
sell out.
No, they do. They have a United Kingdom tournament. They are purposely trying to block the United Kingdom out of. They're trying to block the United Kingdom's independent promotion. So that's why they're signing these Pete Dunne, Tyler Bates, all these wrestlers to like crappy 20. You notice how we didn't see any of the UK wrestlers on there? That's because they're not making anything.
UK wrestlers on what? Oh
Yeah, on the most paid, they're
go
not
back.
making anything. They're not. You can't even find them.
no, they were at the top. Hold on,
No, they weren't.
dude. Epico Cologne makes $400,000.
When's he's been on WWE television?
He makes less than he makes more than
I mean,
Scott Dawson.
I don't even think he's on main event.
Triple H's $2.5 million.
Okay, well, yeah.
He's the one of the head guys in the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, did you guys see Dean Ambrose was at the Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals last night?
Oh, really?
no, he
With
should-
Renee
should-
Young. He's got a beard, looking heelish.
Yeah, he's
Looking
gonna,
heelish.
Yeah, he's gonna turn heel. God, please let him turn
Where is
heel.
this thing
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, you can't even find him. And you know why you can't find him? Because they signed him to $20,000-$30,000 and was like, "Hey, we promise you that you're gonna achieve all this fame in the WWE, and you're gonna achieve all of this. Oh, how much am I gonna make? Oh, about $20,000-$30,000.
And then you wonder
well,
how much-
the fame is great, so I'll just take it. And they're barely living over here.
How much Brock is making? Brock
$10
Lesnar?
million.
$10 million, and he's
Yeah.
like the highest paid right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard rumor had it John Cena was ticked off about John Cena's Brock Lesnar's contract.
Well, John Cena makes tons of money off movies, so he shouldn't complain anymore.
Yeah,
And John Cena shows up about the same amount as Brock Lesnar now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, pretty much.
And
he's,
Well,
he's a
unless you're-
part-timer.
Unless you're the
and
champion.
to be honest, Brock Lesnar might be a bigger attraction now than John Cena.
I agree.
Oh,
John
yeah.
Cena's
Yeah,
gotten
my-
beat way too many times.
It's just, well, no, it's not even that.
He's
It's just I think
becoming-
wrestling fans look for that Brock Lesnar match still is interesting in some ways, not against Roman Reigns, but like I think if he were to face Seth Rollins or AJ Styles again, like we saw,
What
those
about
are
Roman?
still interesting to
What
watch.
about Roman? Since he's been getting so much push as of late, how much is he making?
As of late, like
Yeah.
he hasn't been getting pushed like the last 5 years.
I mean, he's been getting pushed down our throats since he was in the
Whether you
Shield.
like it or not, you know how much is he getting paid?
oh, Roman Reigns?
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
It
also
says he's
selling
making $5 million.
$5 million, so a little bit
That's
below
some
than.
bullshit.
I don't think that. I don't.
Seth
I
Rollins
don't-
makes $3 million. That's about right.
These are all alleged. I don't think these are. I don't know.
They're probably close though. I mean, they're not. It's not. Someone's not going to make up all of these things.
Okay.
That's the thing.
So we got off topic here talking about salaries. What do you guys think about a WrestleMania being on Fox? Do you think it's beneficial?
It doesn't matter to me because I'm not paying for it. So it's if I get the network for 10, I get WrestleMania for $10 compared to you're still paying for like DirecTV or whatever. So it's the same thing essentially.
So essentially, but those people.
Plus, we might have commercials, dude. I kind of wanted to keep it on the network. I don't really want it on Fox. I don't want commercials during WrestleMania.
Well, I mean, you can have commercials. They can do split screen where they can have the show going.
I don't want that though. I don't want that. No, I don't want it on Fox. I don't want it on Fox
because it's WrestleMania.
No, but I don't like wrestling with commercials. That's why.
There's different ways to do advertising now besides let's do because of where I go to school. I'm starting to realize that people do advertising now. Like those little screen when they show you the replays, they have Snickers up there, or they have Mountain Dew right in front of you. Like product placement is more advertisement now than
but here's the thing: why
commercial.
do you think UFC 200 wasn't on Fox? Because people don't want commercials.
Yeah, they don't want commercials. I mean,
so WWE maybe once WrestleMania is or a pay-per-view is.
Why not book a whole bunch of commercials before the show and your pre-show matches? And then
I don't think you get how TV works.
And make it 7 hours. Make it 7 hours.
Yeah, the commercials would make there'd be less wrestling. It'd be the show would either be 7 hours or you'd have less. It'd be ridiculous. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, the show's already 7 hours without barely any commercials as is.
Exactly.
And you don't think after every single match that they do a matchup, we get a lot of commercials anyway on weekly television. Raw. Commercial.
It's annoying
during a match.
Yeah, I rarely ever watch Raw live because I'll just watch it 30 minutes late just to skip through some of the commercials, anyways.
Well, find a way to do it where you can have your commercials and you can cleverly put your advertisement or your product placement within the show.
Or just,
have a segment sponsored.
Why do you want it on Fox so bad though? Like,
because I think it would appeal. WWE is always about let's see how we can appeal to the most people. I think. During that time when there's really nothing going on, to be honest with you, because like there's a hole on Sundays when I get home from church and I can't find any football on. So I'm waiting,
Ryan, it's May, that's why there's no football.
There's no football
but when
season.
WrestleMania Sunday came along, it felt like a football Sunday for me because I made sure everything was ready to go. I made sure all the food was ready. We cooked, and then me and my mom we just sat down.
But why
for the
does
TV
this mean that we have to endure through commercials for the pay-per-view? You're not making a good enough point.
I think
it's because you want to go home and watch WrestleMania. Wouldn't you rather watch it without commercials? Like, I don't understand why you want commercials.
I think this is something that needs to happen for us to really get people to actually accept wrestling.
But people accept wrestling. ESPN covers it, bro. ESPN covers it. Fox said UFC F off. We want the WWE. They made UFC go to ESPN. UFC was like one of their top things that was like on a daily basis. I think they have a UFC show on a daily basis on Fox Sports 1, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I mean, they got freaking NASCAR stuff on every day, that channel.
NASCAR.
But, so they literally chose just SmackDown over the entire UFC. They don't, I don't get wrestling is more popular than ever. The viewership,
I disagree with that.
The viewership might not be as high because people have more to watch, and people are generally busier with their social media these days too.
Yeah.
So that's why you get half as many viewers, but it's still a good amount of viewers.
I just think we should do something different. Let's put it on Fox. Let's see how it is.
Why does it have to be different though?
I just want to see something different. I want to see it on Fox. I want to see it.
Not
everybody has the network.
Well, I disagree.
Not everybody has network.
How long will they be on Fox then? How long do you think they'll be in?
They have a 5-year deal allegedly for $1 billion. And Raw, by the way, got more money.
It's not allegedly, it's $1 billion.
Raw got $4 billion. Raw got $250 million. So it breaks down to $205 million a year for SmackDown, $250 million a year for Raw.
Wait,
for NBC Universal.
Oh, per year.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were saying like the whole deal for Raw was $250 million. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, man, the product really must have.
But to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's NXT gonna go for?
Oh, and by the way, if you're the WWE, you take advantage of the fact that these networks are looking for anything to compete with these streaming services like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime. So if you have something that you're saying, oh my God, this is going to be on our network that can draw people to your show.
Why do you want conglomerate networks to do better? Like, I don't give a shit about 21st Century Fox. I care about WWE. I care
a conglomerate network is Disney and ABC. That's a conglomerate.
21st Century Fox is the same thing.
All right, whatever.
I think that Disney did just buy most of their shares.
Yeah,
No, they didn't. They got rejected. Disney,
No, I don't think it did.
Well, do you
they
think?
got rejected.
Let me look it up.
They rejected it.
Eric, I wish I had young Jamie next to me. Look this stuff up.
Young Jamie. Yeah, from Joe Rogan.
You guys can keep talking. I don't
Yeah.
want to. Well, doesn't need to be dead
Eric,
air.
you've been quiet. Let's talk to you. Like, what's going on? What do you think
By
about?
the way, where are
WrestleMania
we
being
on time,
Fridays?
Eric?
We're at 3:14 actually right now.
3-4. No, I'm talking about as far as how long this podcast gone.
It's like 1 hour and 30.
Ooh, yes,
we're
we need to
reaching
end it.
30
We
minutes.
need to end it pretty soon.
Yeah, we need to end
But
it pretty
so
soon.
yeah, here.
Oh,
let
can we
let
wrap
me
it
know.
up with the Total Bellas recap though?
Nah, we'll just do it. We'll do it when it gets further along the line. There's
Well,
not.
next
it's not
week
really
is
that
this
important.
week's gonna be good. They're actually going through with the
Yes.
breakup this week.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, well, before Eric, just say what you're gonna say, and then I'll
Well, I was gonna ask.
something.
I was gonna say, like, do you see? Because I know I want to see NXT on cable. Like, do you think NXT will be brought to like maybe Fox or maybe on cable television
Yeah.
anytime soon?
I can see if it just depends on SmackDown's ratings.
once again
and,
commercials though.
and the time slot that you give SmackDown. Because if they put it on a Friday night, I think that's a TV dead zone. If they put it on a Tuesday night where people are willing to stay in, I think early in the week people are more willing to stay in and watch TV or watch Netflix or watch whatever than later in the week when you could go out and do whatever on Friday or Saturday night. That's why Friday night is called. Okay, now Nick, I definitely hear you on.
Well, for NXT, it's always been on Wednesdays.
Right,
so
I don't care.
that
if there's-
coffee mu- that
I
iced
don't
coffee
care
must
if
be
you
good,
can
bruh.
hear me sipping the coffee. I just don't care.
That iced coffee must be good, bro.
Well, for Wednesdays, they would have to put in NXT right there because since that's their time slot, right?
Well, no, here's the
What
problem.
comes
though.
on Wednesdays
Okay,
on
here's
Fox?
the problem though. NXT is already 1 hour long on the network with commercials. That's only 40 minutes of show. You can't do that. It's like 2 matches. 2 matches, maybe 3, but you're guaranteeing there's not going to be a really good just.
Don't
why-
put NXT on
you guys,
Fox.
You
Put
guys are
NXT
rooting
on
for like
Fox
I
Sports
don't know why
1
you
or
want
Fox
Fox
Sports
to
2.
make so much money. I don't care. I just want WWE to succeed, so it's good.
Well, yeah,
I,
so
and
we can
UFC.
see-
I mean, it
want
don't
UFC
ma-
to be good.
to me,
too.
it don't
more
matter.
people can listen to our
Well,
podcast.
look, to me, it don't matter.
I mean, not even that. It's just like I don't know
Think
why you
about-
guys are cheering for the bad guys.
Think about how many people look for podcast wrestling during WrestleMania season during right now. Wouldn't want if it was broadcasted on Fox and they were doing heavy advertising. You don't think that would benefit people like us who do podcasts on this?
I think it's already popular enough without Fox's backing.
Yeah, but you add in a 21st Century Fox, you add in a Fox Broadcasting,
Yeah.
and that makes it even big. The main network, guys. We're not talking about FS1. We're not talking about FS2. We're talking about Fox. We're talking about where they do football on.
Yeah, but
We're talking about the same. You're talking about SmackDown is going to get promoted during Thursday Night Football.
yeah, it already is. So why?
Yeah,
no,
they're
what
already
I'm
doing it,
saying
man.
though
They're
is
already promoting
for
it on
Rat-
Fox.
I think
no, they're not. Eric, that's
not
not
yet.
true.
No, that's
yeah,
not
that's
true.
it.
I got
But-
excited. I was like, oh my gosh.
lying over there. No, but
I want to see your expression. Just kidding.
nonetheless, I don't want to see commercials during WrestleMania because that's going to ruin the product.
You
For
get a lot of
wrestling
commer-
fans.
You get a lot.
You're gonna
of
make it
I don't.
longer.
Here's the thing. We don't need any new fans in wrestling. Wrestling fans that don't know about the product are annoying.
casual fans bring money to the product. How
WWE
many
doesn't
times-
need more money. They just sold,
WrestleMania.
They just beat the UFC on a deal with Fox. They don't
Man,
need. They don't need no fans.
Listen to me, Nick.
$1
WrestleMania
billion for what? For the
WrestleMania
secondary show.
was created for the casual fan and the passionate wrestling fan. It was created because Vince McMahon sat down and said, what if we had a whole bunch of celebrities who people know about and a whole bunch of wrestlers who some people know about but some people don't know about, and we join them together and we call it WrestleMania. And that's how WrestleMania got born.
and it already works with it on pay-per-view, just like UFC works on pay-per-view. So why does they? Yeah, you can have. I mean, yeah, the UFC does have fight nights every couple weeks. I think they have a fight night coming up either tomorrow or Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday. So those are like a SmackDown. Fox is actually going to get. No wonder they sold. They because WWE is going to give them some every single week.
They're going to give 52 weeks of content.
Yeah,
which
whereas
is unheard,
UFC gave like 30 weeks
which
of
is
content,
not,
maybe.
which is
maybe
not,
even less than that.
Which doesn't happen in TV. It doesn't happen in traditional television. Even on your Netflix and your Hulu and all your streaming sites, you don't get consistent television every single week. That's what the WWE is promising any type of network. And in an age where networks are looking for something to actually that people want to see, even just DVR. SmackDown provided a reason for Fox to want to shell out $1 billion.
Yes, but-
So why would you not put a WrestleMania on there?
Because wrestling fans don't want to see commercials. We don't want to see commercials. That's why we watch pay-per-views. That's why we pay for pay-per-views so we don't pay for the commercials.
if commercials made your life cheaper, if the
Why
commercials
is
made
$10? Why is
Do you
$10
think
such a big deal to you? Where do you want commercials? Like, I don't understand
I'm
that.
just saying, do something different, man.
Why does it have to be different?
Because it could help us in the long run.
Wrestling is more popular than ever. Why would you
That's
need to put
BS.
it on Fox?
Yes, just
It's not BS.
You know what WrestleMania? You know what wrestling is suffering from? Wrestling is benefiting from the decline in television. People aren't watching TV like they used to, bro.
They're watching more TV than they used to.
They're watching Netflix, Hulu.
That's TV.
Okay.
TV
I
is
agree, I give you.
evolving, if
They're
you
not
ask me.
watching the screen television. I've got cable. We are a part of the cord cutter generation. Even my family right now, we're talking about getting rid of that direct TV. Too much money. Too much money every month.
Everybody's cutting off their
Just get
cables
Sunday
these
ticket
days.
for $10
Yeah.
and move on with our lives.
Yeah. Okay. No. I get that. But also, you don't have to give away your actual TV if you give away the direct TV. You can keep TV, just stream stuff out TV. So people still will be looking at the screen. I get what you're saying, but the reason there's three things I want to say here. The reason WWE's viewership has been down for the last 10 years is because there's more
Wrestling's
options.
not as popular.
No, there's more options to watch on TV. It's like why people didn't watch the NFL. It's not, I don't think, because of the kneeling stuff. It's because people have more to do. Okay? There are a couple people that don't watch the NFL because of the kneeling stuff, okay, and all the other protesting. But that's not the majority. The majority of wrestling fans watch wrestling because they like it. And then maybe there's a couple that say, well, the product's not that good, I'm not going to watch it. It's annoying or whatever.
Right.
You know, maybe I don't like watching women wrestle or whatever. Like I'm
You
just
just
saying.
I don't like
Through it.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I don't like Roman Reigns, so I'm not going to watch.
That's what everybody complains about.
But so that
I just changed the channel.
that is why
what I do, man.
if the NFL is down, that's why it's the same thing as WWE. There's just more to do. Okay? And what else were we talking about? I was gonna make another point, but I forgot.
Fox, WWE, UFC.
Talking economics, man.
Well, talking about the decline in television.
Well, yeah,
because we're all broadcasters
and then number two,
and we want to
that's
go
what,
into this.
That's what I was gonna say. But nonetheless, just because there's the TV is evolving, you can just watch WWE on the USA Network on Raw on your USA Network app, which I have, or the Fox Sports
Yeah,
Go
and
app.
you know what? That was created by USA to get additional advertising.
So was Fox Sports Go.
And yeah, of course,
same
everybody's got their own app now, bro.
It's
we already know.
But so TV
We
is
already
not
know.
declining. It's the ways we watch TV are different, but it's not. People are watching more TV than ever. Why we got so many fat people in this world, man? People sitting on
Like
their
the guy in
couches.
Enzo Amore's video.
Exactly.
Enzo Amore, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he was speaking some truth. But nonetheless, I don't want to see commercials, so I don't want to see WrestleMania on Fox unless they can guarantee very limited commercials or maybe like 30 seconds at a time. I can deal with that. Like WWE has some commercials in their product, but it's all wrestling stuff and it's not that big of a deal. And you kind of do need a break from stuff.
Well, even during
But
the live events,
yeah,
They got to set things up and whatnot. They need that break.
The NFL is annoying because there's so many
Right.
commercials a lot of times.
Yeah, it
they
is.
actually had to change their thing because people were like, "Dude, after every punt, kickoff, there's a commercial. We want to watch football. We don't want to
Right.
watch commercials." You know.
I mean,
So,
I think
I don't want to see
I
commercials.
think if they do it
So
the
I'm
right
never
way
angry.
and they find a way to incorporate advertising throughout the show without having to go through a million commercials, I think it could be such good. I think it can be nothing but a positive for the WWE, Fox, and wrestling fans alike like us. That's what I think.
Agree.
That's
But
what I think.
I don't want to see WrestleMania on Fox because I don't want to watch commercials
That's
like the
the
NFL.
only. So if WrestleMania said this was limited
That's
commercials,
a big deal. That's why people pay for pay-per-view though, so they don't have to see
So I have to
commercials.
look at commercials, man.
no,
Yeah.
they pay for pay-per-view
No,
because
that's why.
it's a big. It's
No,
a big
they
time
pay
event.
so they don't. That fixes the loss in money that they get from not having commercials. Is people paying $60 for a boxing match or a UFC fight, and then they have stuff like Fight Pass, and I don't think there's anything for boxing, or the WWE Network. So I don't know. It's just WWE Network cooks us up because everything's only $10, whereas like UFC.
Yeah.
If you pay for the Fight Pass, or let's say you get HBO or Showtime, you still have to pay the extra money to see a boxing match. So
Yeah.
they hook us up. So I don't know why we're complaining, and I don't know why we want to get rid of the WWE Network. Ryan,
I'm not trying to get rid of the WWE
It's
Network.
not going anytime soon.
It's
That's
not
exactly
going
what-
anytime soon. I'm watching old WCW now. I mean, I saw.
I want to
Kevin
go
Nash-
back too. I want to go back and relive WrestleMania 17. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna.
Oh
Watch
yeah,
it.
I've already.
Please watch it.
I
watch
need to do.
it.
I need to do that too because I don't need. Really the only thing I know about with that is the Rock and Austin thing. So I like to go back
Good Lord,
and see
you
the
haven't.
whole.
Oh my God, it's the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
That's what I'm
in my
saying. I've
opinion.
heard you guys have propped it up enough.
Oh yeah, check
But,
it out, man. Check
I
it
think.
out.
I think
we-
that's it. Guys.
that's
I
it?
think that's it.
That's
It's
it.
a good
Hold
little
on.
discussion at the end too.
If
yeah,
you
definitely.
if you like our content, if you enjoy it, tell a friend, and please hit that subscribe button and that like button.
Yes, and we know that subscribe thing gets annoying, but you guys, the content will get to you right away. You won't have to look it up or anything like that.
Immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Check us out YouTube, man.
It's gonna show,
SoundCloud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Subscribe on both. Exactly.
You know, our social medias. I guess I'll start off with me at RKJ Man 21. Facebook at the RKJ Man. Hit me up. Follow my dreams.
Like I always say, lowercase at Nick Nenad for most of them, and Snapchat for some reason is at Nick_Nenad because I'm a weirdo.
Definitely.
So.
And also check me out at Santos on Instagram, and also check us out on OC Rock Radio. I also play a lot of good wrestling music on OC Rock. Slam and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. only on OC Rock.
What about your podcast with Luke? You want to plug that right now too?
Yeah, check us out on the Video Game Cafe on Twitch. We are upgrading some good stuff there, so I'm pretty sure Luke is going to be uploading some good stuff. But for me, the only video that I uploaded for Twitch was from Wolfenstein 2. You get to see me just slaughter some KKK and Nazis in the game.
Wow, I'm all down for slaughtering
KKK. That took a crazy turn.
I'm all down for slaughtering KKK and Nazis.
That's the point of Wolfenstein 2. New Colossus, great game, awesome game. Just check me out. You know. I'm just
Eric. You need a Twitter, bro.
Twitter.
You need a Twitter. Also,
you need to start tweeting.
Also, we are going to be doing some unique things throughout the summer. We are not all throughout the summer on the podcast, right? We just had a meeting, right?
We did, yeah.
And we just talked about it. We're going to do some stuff. Maybe you'll see some video stuff of us.
Well, okay, here's another thing. So the way we book these podcasts is we do them every other week, okay? So
now.
Unless
it's WrestleMania season or something big like SummerSlam or something.
No,
like
exactly. So week. Most of the time this is going to be an every other week thing. But next week, I didn't even discuss this with you guys, but since we aren't going to get to talk about the UFC 225 pay-per-view before it actually happens, we're going to talk about it after. Next week, we'll be releasing an exclusive UFC 225 pay-per-view predictions. Just that. It's not going to be a full podcast. Maybe 20, 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, something like that. But we definitely want to talk about this pay-per-view because it's one of the better ones they've had in a while. Rashad Evans is on the freaking Fight Pass thing.
And we got to see CM Punk.
Alistair Overeem Alistair Overeem and Curtis Blades are on the FS1 main event. That should be on the pay-per-view card. And of course, 2 title fights as well. And CM Punk's return to the UFC octagon against Mike Jackson. So we will talk about that. We didn't get a full prediction. We kind of ran out of time today. We don't want this podcast to last like 2 hours today.
Right,
so
that's true, yeah.
We'll do that next week. So that will be some content coming out, but that will be a little different. And maybe it will be on video.
We got to try.
Maybe we'll do it on video.
We're always trying different things here in the regionals, and the content is changing. Like we were talking about earlier, people are consuming more content. They're just consuming it in different ways. So in that part, I concede your point.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So nonetheless, this has been the Ring Jones. Raise a glass in the sky.
Hold on. I didn't get to finish my RKJ Man Ryan rant, so I say. Okay, so I like to say this. Okay, I'm the RKJ Man, and I'm always shooting my shot for greatness.
You did forget
about
that.
There you go, man.
And gentlemen, and for all those listening on podcast,
why do you only say gentlemen, man? We got female.
Gentlemen and ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen.
For all those listening to us, raise a glass in the sky and salute the ring generals.